What's up, everyone? Welcome to the NXT Watch Along. It's your girl, Denise Salcedo. I seriously thought that I was going to be late. Also, let me adjust my mic settings just a little bit because I feel like I'm too loud. So I shouldn't be that loud anymore. I'm definitely lowered it a whole lot. But anyways, oh my gosh, I thought I wasn't gonna make it for a second. I'm like, I've never been late for a show that I knew what time it started. So I was so afraid that I was gonna be late today, but I made it just in time. I decided to do an NXT watch along today. I know I don't normally do them, but I decided to do one for today because we are on the road to WrestleMania. So I'm like, we might as well do a NXT watch along. So thank you so much to everybody who's here. Let me get the audio going since the show is about to start. Let's see. All right, 1 second. All right, it's here. It's here. Okay. Anyways, all right, NXT is starting. So let's see what we get out of today's show. I'm hoping for a good one. The thing that I'm most interested in today, let me just double check the card. Jordynne and Jada are like the things I'm most interested in to see how that culminates so that we can know what our women's match is going to be for the NXT Championship. And then the only other thing they announced is Femi, Trick Williams, Javon Evans versus the Darkstate. So this is the first time we're going to see the Darkstate in an actual, I'm pretty sure this is their first match. So, they're Stephanie is an important night.
You get to call.
She doesn't know who she's picking yet.
Who you want to defend your NXT Women's title against at Stand and Deliver. So when can we expect your decision?
I think I will have my decision after this match.
For a fact. See, today we're finding out who Stephanie's opponent is. I'm rooting for Jordynne Grace, guys. I'm rooting for Jordynne.
Guys, we are kicking things off with our women's champion.
Stephanie's going out there right now. Let's see what she says. In the meantime, shout out to Sheldon Jackson for gifting 1 DWO membership. Sheldon, as always, guys, give some love to Sheldon over in the chat for his generosity. Let me give some shout outs in the meantime too while we get the party started up in here. We got Clown in the building. Always good to see your name pop up. We got Juan Carbajal, Lorenzo Anderson. We got Darkwing 19. We got Brandon Rosen, Terrence Sullivan. We got Maggie Sajak. We got Zeno Hour. We got B-Poo. We got Don, a.k.a. Smiley Girl. We got Matt Raikeel. Let's see. Oh, are we starting the actual matchup already?
He's already fired up.
Oh, I didn't realize the match was starting now. I thought Stephanie Vaquer was just going to go out there and, like, talk. I was not expecting, I was definitely not expecting Stephanie. I mean, I was not expecting the actual match to start, like, right this second. All right, let me see what else we got in here in the meantime. Thank you so much, Joseph Boza. And we got Henry Kiernan, nice to see you. We got Raphael Smith, Daryl McCluskey. We got Jalen325, Carlton Limebike, Chris Chaos. We got Kenzie, nice to see ya. We still haven't seen Becky. I can't wait for Becky to return. So we got Ayokuni Coker. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got Zuleika Rivera, JB from Georgia. We got Sean Raphael Smith. Thank you so much for letting me know my audio's good. We got XD Trek Jedi. We got Wayne. Nice to see you in here. David Zaldivar. We got Marvin Scott too. Vin, Andrea Price, and Joe also in here. Let's see who haven't I said hello to. Let me make sure. Armand, Corey MacArthur, Jody Griffin, Ben Fossey, Victor Martinez. All right, and then I'll give some more shout outs as we continue on. I want to get into this matchup here. So the scenarios to this are going to be interesting because I'm wondering if Stephanie's just going to pick the winner of this match, and if so, then I think the winner is going to be Jordynne. But if they end in some sort of way where, like, both women look dominant or something, then there's a world where we end up seeing this match be a triple threat. And we've been seeing so many triple threat matches be made this WrestleMania season, so I would not be surprised if this is another triple threat matchup.
Clarification from our champion.
for those that are watching at this moment, because we are opening with one hell of a matchup, and these two brawled throughout the Performance Center last week. They've been separated all day.
Jordynne just like elbowed Jada in the face. That was pretty nasty.
Of competing on WrestleMania week, and of course Stand and Deliver a week from Saturday inside T-Mobile Arena. The Bargraves get set for WrestleMania Saturday at Stand and Deliver.
Every time WrestleMania happens, NXT delivers the goods, as you said, sets the bar.
Who's everyone going for in this matchup? Are you rooting for Jada, Jordynne?
No different. Oh,
what do we think the outcome's going to be here?
Right up, boom, right into the cover, hook of the leg, and a near fall. Again, our women's champion, ringside, sitting with us, taking this matchup in. And Booker, we also know that neither woman in this matchup is going to back down from the other.
I mean, why would they, Vic? I mean, this is about, you know, being
we got Brandon here who says he's rooting for Jada. Hello, Crates and Rebs. Thank you so much for tuning in. Dennis, Tanisha, Bill. Thank you so much for hopping in. We got King of Strong Styles is also going for Jada.
Position.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Bill's also going for Jada.
And at the last moment,
Daryl's going for Jordynne. Dennis is also going for Jordynne. Interesting. We got a nice little mix-up here. Chris is also going for Jordynne, so is Big G. What's up, King Michael gang?
You know, with the champion, say, wait a minute. For Hypnotic.
We also got King Michael gang going for Jordynne Grace. Dominic says Jordynne, but he's cool either way. What's up, Chad? Nice to see you. Maggie's also going for Jordynne. Marvin wants to know if I'm going to Stand and Deliver. No, I'm doing Busted Open that day, so I will be someplace else.
You're getting a great look.
XC Check Deadeye is also going for Jada. Henry says Jordynne. Ken says Bo. Hey, Willie T, thank you so much for the super chat. That's so nice of you. You're our first super chat of the day, so
not just for me.
I need to get a sound effect, by the way. I should do like a special sound effect for like the first super chat of the day. Thank you, Willie Teague. I hope you're having a good week.
Women's division.
Oh, the women that will follow in your footsteps, of course, two more women's North American.
So far, they've been going at it in terms of they started it off like nasty with each other. Two women who don't like each other. And given the way that like Jordynne kind of screwed Jada, I feel like Jada should rightfully be pissed off at Jordynne. Because Jordynne did kind of screw her in a way by distracting her in that matchup. So I almost feel like, yeah,
Jada Parker
we'll see what we get.
Control of this matchup.
We got T5 DeGraves is also going for Jordynne. Harold's going for Jordynne. Country Dad's going for Jordynne. Tiger Claw Gaming says the best wrestling show on television. Tiger Claw's a big NXT fan. Sean also says Jordynne. Hey, Mike Centenni, he's also going for Jordynne. We're getting a lot of picks for Jordynne here, so not surprised whatsoever.
Really has not been able
Tanisha
to get
Hicks
out
says,
of the
may the
gates.
best
Booker,
woman win.
what
Marvin Scott
say.
says, Jordynne Grace, I pick you.
Coming out in Parker's championship
Shout out
match.
I wasn't going to say that. I would say, concern yourself with business that concern you. That's what I would say, Victor.
Look at that.
I think Jada needs to step over the right leg of Jordynne Grace to really fully effectively lock in this submission.
I see what it's almost like an abdominal stretch is not really being applied correctly.
Oh,
my saliva went down the wrong path.
By Parker in this
I just started choking randomly.
Right to the small of the back.
It just went down the wrong tube. I don't know if that's ever happened to y'all. It happened to me right now. I was like, oh, I can't speak anymore. I gotta get off screen. Oh God. I don't have my water with me, so I'll get water in a minute. But wow,
into the cover,
I was dying there for a second.
Another near fall.
Just went down the wrong path.
In this matchup, and Booker, both these women are
Ortega says, "LOL, Pops. One, get your mind out of the gutter. I almost died."
Jada Parker is looking to do the same thing here tonight. If she could get a big victory.
Maggie's mom is also going for Jordynne. How? Oh my God, she just like.
And running right in. No.
Wow.
Counter.
Yeah, I definitely need some water. Sorry, guys. After this match is over and we find out who's facing Stephanie,
really
I'm gonna go run to get some water because, like,
in this match
look at this.
tonight,
I usually have my drinks with me, but
1 week ago,
they're
continuing
empty.
to bring the fight to one
Oh
another
my God.
here tonight.
That's
Of
just a
all
testament to
days.
how skilled, how passionate the women's division is.
Dominic Carranza says you knew damn well that comment was
was
coming
hot.
to
Right
me.
on the ear. Parker's gonna be lucky if
Such
she
a voice
didn't have
says,
a
go
busted
get a
eardrum
drink, Denise.
after
That happens and it really
Parker
hurts.
right
Yeah,
back
it's
to
like,
her
oh
feet
shit.
first, and now you see the
How do you hear
look on her
choking just
face
like
continue to
randomly?
change
What the
and
hell?
I like this. Rake in the face of Jordynne Grace across.
Hey, girl
the
says
top
Jim would have
rope.
been waiting for the post-show link for a while.
a
Yo,
little
for
bit of
real.
separation.
He would have.
Good for Grace. And Grace coming right back in. What's on Grace's mind? Looking for the suplex. Counter though by Parker.
They've been going
Parker
like
back in
full
control.
blown during the
What a
commercial
way.
break. We're back in 9
Oh,
seconds.
my word. You heard
Jordan
that
just
from anywhere
now they're
in
just
the
smacking
world.
each other.
This has been a hard-hitting affair
Ortega says
between
choking on the
Parker and
Drew.
Grace. Here
Drooling
on
over
NXT,
Grace
our
for
women's
Jada.
champion Stephanie Becerra sitting with us ringside.
Super
Are
Fro
you
is
surprised,
also
Vic?
going
This
for
is
Jada.
exactly
What's
what
up,
Stephanie
Super
Becerra
Fro?
is here to witness. Two of the top competitors in the division doing battle over, hopefully, the right to challenge for the NXT Women's Championship.
Up and over, looking for a power bomb. Nice counter though by Parker. And look, do you remember a more competitive time in our NXT Women's division, Booker? I mean, honestly.
Look here, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. Stephanie Becerra, she unified the championship. She defended the championship. She made history. No, I've never seen it like it is right now. The women's division is on fire.
And as this matchup's
See,
continuing
like just
here,
based off of them,
as
like
Parker
both fighting,
trying to plant Grace. What?
like they really, really want it. Both of them really, really want it. It's really giving me the feel. Oh my god! Given how much bigger Jada is than Jordynne, that's pretty damn impressive.
Unique offense. Both these women
But
leading it
the way
all
that
out
these
to
girls are
address
fighting
the
in this
woman
matchup right
sitting
now,
to
they are
poison
giving it their
the
all.
women's champion,
And that's what's
Stephanie
making me
Becerra.
feel like we actually might see a triple threat. I feel
And
like
you can hear the
Stephanie is
NXT
going to
universe.
be
I
thinking,
gotta get
hey,
your thoughts
I'm
on what
impressed
Booker
by
just
both
said, though,
Jordynne.
Stephanie,
I'm
and your
impressed by
thoughts
both
on the women's
Jada.
ladder match for that championship that you relinquished.
What's
Yeah,
up, Stuart
I know
Bridgman?
they
Nice to
will
see you.
show why NXT is the best women's division on the planet. So may the best win.
And we will find out
Luis
in Las
Arturo
Vegas
Mendez in the
who
building
will
says I'm
qualify
leaning
matches
towards
tonight.
Jada.
Also tonight, that massive six-man tag team matchup featuring the team of Oba, Trick, and Javon Evans. The same three that will main event stand and deliver. Was looking for the backside counter, catching the boot. Parker coming in, and that was a short hit check. A little bit of hypnotic, but Grace back to her feet.
Yeah, not as much impact as Jada would have liked, but effective nonetheless. Now looking to impose. a really
Jada
even
and
further
Jordynne
on the
have really good
juggernaut.
chemistry with each other.
Pair of chops.
Parker, who has been so close to championship gold over the last year, might be going for the ride here tonight. Face first over that top turnbuckle. And again, the power of the juggernaut.
Oh my gosh, she lifted her up again.
Jordynne Grace, amazing.
Wow. Down goes Parker.
Off the neck breaker, into the cover. And Parker again getting that
Kick
left
out.
shoulder. Just
Well, got her arm up.
What a matchup this has been. And let's take another look, Grace.
I agree with King of Strong Style, who says really good match so far. Yeah, this is, I mean, they are working with each other very, very well.
What is
I
going
think
through
these
the
two girls
mind
have good
of our
chemistry
women's
with each
champion
other.
As well, Grace again just got countered. Parker turning it right around, hoisting up again, counter. The knee buckle, maybe looking for a dragon sleeper of sorts.
Oh,
Quick knee,
yes,
the second one.
yes.
Grace is getting
I
whacked
love
right
her
now
just
by
like
Parker.
getting the knee on
Right out of the
Jordynne.
submission attempt of Jordynne Grace manages to do so. What does Jada have next?
Yeah.
Face first goes the juggernaut. Here it comes.
Move, Jordynne! Oh, she did. Okay, good.
Looking for the
I'm like, no, you're about to get a sick knee to the face. Karen Sullivan says this match rules. I agree, man. I agree. Oh my God. Oh God.
That's what
Woo.
they call it high risk, fellas.
It certainly was. And look, Jordynne just trying to create a little separation. Push
Jordynne got a little tangled there and that died.
Out here. They got incidental contact.
Oh, Jada just slapped Stephanie.
And look at Grace. Grace is back up firing away. Oh, hell's starting to break loose. And now the champion.
Oh
just
no,
hit
now
Jordynne.
Stephanie just hit
She was aiming for
Jordynne.
Parker.
Yeah, here we go. We're getting a triple threat, guys. Triple threat
This
incoming.
is starting to break down.
Now they're all pretty much fighting with each other.
But we're still left without an answer. Who does
Oh,
the care
Vic,
want?
we know what the answer is.
I think it was a safe assumption Stephanie would defend again.
Oh my!
Oh, Julia!
Madness is
Julia is back. Oh my God, are we gonna get a fatal four-way?
Julia since New York City.
The former NXT Women's
We're
Champion
definitely probably
coming
gonna
to the
get
aid
a
of
tag
Stephanie
team.
McMahon.
No, wait, I don't even know. No tag team
You know
matchup.
how tight these two
Because
have been over
I
the
would want to
years,
see Jada and
particularly
Jordynne
here in
team up.
NXT.
That would not work.
Julia
Are
coming
we
to the
getting a
side of
fatal
her friend.
four-way? Oh my gosh, by the way, her hair's so blue. I love it.
Evening the odds here tonight.
What now?
It's
No! Julia! I
Well, just
told
when
y'all
we
Julia
thought we
was
knew
the
the
dang
answers,
heel. I knew
Julia
it.
has changed the
I knew
question.
it.
Love it.
Northern Lights bomb to the
Oh
Dark
my
Angel.
God. All right, guys.
said
I think
it
we're getting a
earlier,
fatal
Grace.
four-way.
Stephanie
Oh my
McMahon
gosh,
never
Jordynne
gave us a
looks so
decision.
weird without her.
Guys, did
Her
Julia
eyelash fell off and she looked
just
really
make
scary
that
with
decision
one eye with the
for
eyelash
stand
and one
and
eye
deliver
without the eyelash.
for the champion?
Oh my God.
We never got our answer.
I love
We
how
certainly did
NXT
not.
was like, we're going to be
All hell
different.
breaking loose
There's
to
so many
start.
triple threat
NXT here
matches,
tonight,
but
the
guess
road
what?
to
We're going
WrestleMania
to
weekend
be,
continues with all
we're
of
going
its
to be
twists.
different,
But let's
and
go
we're
back
going
one
to
week
do
on the
the,
topic of champions.
we're going to do
How about
the,
our new North American champion.
we're going to do the, freaking fatal four-way match.
The stage is set as Ricky Saints is looking to put gold around his waist.
The revolution is indeed televised because Ricky Saints is going to be the new North American champion tonight.
All he needs to do is beat a man he knows all too well, Shawn Spears.
Mind games off of the opening bell, but look out! Here comes Saints!
Ricky Saints don't give a damn about Shawn Spears. He's here to whoop ass and win a title.
Saints has the opportunity and looks to make the most of it.
Oh, Spears taking over. And there's Izzy with the title.
Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, I forgot about that other fatal four-way, the Intercontinental Championship. Yeah, but this is like a world title, so we're already doing a triple threat for the men's NXT, triple threat for the main for Roman, Seth, and Punk. What else? So 2 triple threats, the fatal four-way. Yeah, I like that they're doing a fatal four-way. It's gonna be kind of crazy though. Like all of those girls, and they can all go. Damn, man! Like, how are we gonna do that? Oh yeah, thank you so much for reminding me, Eggsy. I forgot I needed to go get some water. All right, let me see what's next, and then I'll see when I go.
Well, I cannot wait
Ricky
to
Saints
hear
is going to
what
be
is on
live
this
tonight.
man's
He's
mind
the new
after
NXT North
what
American
happened last
champion
week. The
that
North
happened last
American
week.
champion Ricky Saints here live tonight.
Who is Muhammad Berry says, I'm sorry, did I watch Julia turn heel? Yes, you did, man. And I think most of us kind of saw it coming because of the way that she was behaving with Stephanie beforehand. She made me feel like she was going to turn heel, and I think it's definitely the way to go for her.
Holy smokes, the hottest tag team on WWE Evolves.
Yo, and Tank and Hank, right?
Hank and Tank, but same
The
thing.
little
We heard you guys are
blonde
going
guy
through a bit
from
of a
Swipe
rough
Right
patch and are looking for some advice from a
looks like it could be
successful
Cody
tag
Rhodes'
team.
child.
Don't sweat it though. Swipe Right would love to pay it forward. So tonight,
I'm
after we
sorry.
reflect-
He looks like Cody Rhodes'
Yeah, we'll get back to you boys
offspring.
for a tight 5. But for now, get your pens, get your papers, and take some notes.
No, who the heck? We're not that desperate, are we? No, Hank.
I don't know if they are that desperate, but right now, Hank and Tank still just trying
Big
to
G
figure
says,
it
I
out.
predicted that Shawn Spears was going to be a transitional champion right from the moment he won the title. And yeah, I think so too. I think we saw the writing on the wall. Elton Jackson says, so they might have Julia lose that roadblock and return so soon. I wonder if they were expecting her return so soon. She really wasn't gone that long, man. Was she even gone a month? When was Roadblock? Roadblock. 135.
Well, buckle up because our NXT Tag Team
was March
Champions are here,
11th.
and they're in action next.
That wasn't even a month ago. It's gonna barely be a month in a few days. So yeah, not even a month. But hey, look, I get it. I get why they did it. They probably didn't want to risk it. It's stand and deliver season. They didn't want to have to be like worried about whether or not, you know, they were going to have a good champion and how were they going to keep the story going without her being there. I get it. I get why they made the decision they made. And I don't regret it. Wait, I'm not the one who made the decision. Why would I regret it? I don't hate that they made the decision that they made, only because I was really excited to see Stephanie Becerra have that opportunity to make some history. So because of that, I almost don't feel like bad that she had to drop the title there. But yeah, it wasn't that long ago, guys. It was not that long ago. We got Dino out here who says swipe right are really good. I have not seen them wrestle, so I'm excited to see what they can do. Right now, they just look like babies, though. They look like babies. The little blonde one, he looks just like my little Barbie dolls. You know, the children? Well, you guys probably don't know, but back in the day when I used to buy, we're at a commercial break. Back in the day when I used to buy my little Barbie dolls, and you could buy kids for the dolls, make a little family with a little blonde kid. The little blonde kid looks just like him. I had like 10 dolls that look like that. So it's just so funny. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let's see what we got. We got Joseph Boza who says it makes Fallon look stupid for losing to Stephanie at Vengeance Day. I mean, look, they didn't know that that's what was going to happen at Vengeance Day, clearly. We got Big G here says, I think they thought she was going to be out longer, and the original plan was to have the title versus title match at Stand and Deliver. Possibly, or maybe they weren't even going to do a title versus title. They were probably thinking, hey, one program for Giulia, one program for Stephanie. So yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, everyone's telling me, get your water. All right, well here, enjoy the Stand and Deliver music while I run to the kitchen to get water. Hold on one second. The water has been secured. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for waiting for me here. If in case you guys missed it earlier, I was like choking so bad, and I didn't have anything to drink, and I just had to like power through. And I'm like, how am I gonna miss out on the match that I was most looking forward to? Oh, let me mute this now. Annoying ass music. All right. I literally put you guys on hold and put that elevator music on for everybody. Oh man, Tiger Claw Gaming says Denise needs her own water boy. Yo, for reals, man. And I don't even get like, no one's home right now, so if I need anything, I gotta do it myself. So yeah. We got Jalen325 who says W for the hydration. For reals. All right, let's see what we got here. And let me get through. How's everyone doing, by the way? Let me know how everyone's doing. I know I just talked to most of you guys yesterday, but I'm going to make sure that we give some shout outs to people. We got Dennis here who says, they are babies, but they're really good. Remind me of the team from TNA back in the day called Generation Me. Oh, yeah, I remember. All right. Well, I'm going to give them a chance. So we'll see. But yeah, they do look like little tiny babies. Let's see. Sheldon Jackson says Darkstate in ring debut tonight. Yeah. I was looking at that today in that 6-man. So we'll see what we get from them. I've never really seen them wrestle except for what's his face. And even then, I don't even remember enough of him. So to me, they're going to all feel new. Thank you, Sheldon. We got Odds Bodkins here who says, shout out Lisa. What's up, Odd Bodkins? Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. David Saldivar says, doing great, Denise. Hell yeah, man. Good to hear that, man. Everyone's doing good. Luis is doing good. Tiger Claw's like, I'm fine. No one's giving any details. I was hoping for some details. Matt Ray Keel says, so excited for next week. Matt Ray Keel, you're going to be in a suite, right, for WrestleMania? I was reading your comment earlier from the WrestleMania guide video that I did. I was just looking at those comments right now. All right, we're back on NXT. And So yeah, no, I'm excited for next week too. I've been saying yes to so many different things. Dude, like I really need to sit down and hash out my schedule. I was doing one Busted Open show. Now I'm doing 2 Busted Open shows. So I'm just like, oh shit, I have a lot more going on than I anticipated. But yeah, it's gonna be a busy one for sure. All right, let's see what the Culling has to
Spears,
say.
we let you down last week.
Ricky Saints has no idea what's coming his way.
I swear to you, we're going to do everything to get that North American title back.
Doesn't matter if Ethan Page...
Just stop. I admire the passion. I do. Am I grateful that I won gold for the first time in my career here? That I'll be called a champion for the rest of my life? Yes. But that title is no longer the focus. It was a vessel that brought us, the Culling, together. Our bond was never about me and my success. It was always about yours. The focus now shifts to you, Izzy. Tonight you qualify for the Women's North American Championship ladder match at Stand and Deliver. Don't dwell on what I lost, but focus on what you can achieve.
Seems motivating.
Hank and Tank are looking to find their way. Tonight you ensure that they don't. It was always about you 3 shining. And it all starts tonight.
Sean Spears is just living vicariously through the young talent. Tracy says, I'm tired, just got home, started at 6:30, but I'm here. Tracy, more power to you. Relax. Just relax. Get on the couch, throw your feet up, just chill. It's the best when you're done with the workday and just get to chill. And we got Roman Villegas that says, I'm great on this Tuesday because it's my favorite WWE show, NXT Let's Go. Hell yeah, I see a lot of people that like saying that NXT is their favorite show. So hell yeah.
Let's talk about these two.
All right, let me go through some more comments here. Tiger Claw says, I'd give you details, but the chat would be guilty by association. Chris Chaos is unfortunately still dealing with a concussion after 3 weeks. He's a doctor on the 18th. Oh, Chris, I'm so sorry. That's very scary. So I know you mentioned this a while back too. And yeah, just be careful. Just,
capable of inside the ring.
Do whatever they tell you to do and all of that. And hopefully you have a faster recovery because that's a long time to have to be dealing with that.
I tried to speak to these guys. It was like trying to talk.
And we got All American Wrestling Show here who says, man, Wrestlemania is going to be amazing. Let's go.
So you're telling me this isn't a
Wayne says you have to give us your schedule once you have it set. Yeah, I was thinking about sharing my schedule online once I actually sit down and look at it. I got 2 big things to do this weekend. It's my WrestleMania schedule and my taxes. So those 2 things definitely need to be checked off the list. All right, here we go. Let's watch this matchup here. Swipe Right versus Axiom and Nathan Frazer. So,
that's Brad Baylor.
What is Booker T saying?
And he wasn't able to get the 3. He's the more chill of the 2, just 20 years
oh my
old.
God, I also just realized who else.
Who's technically
what's the blonde kid's name? Someone tell what's the blonde kid's name?
Who?
With that drop kick. Beautiful.
When did you throw a drop kick?
Anyway, once I know his name, I don't want to keep calling him Blonde Kid. But he looks like if Cody Rhodes and Kyle Fletcher had a baby. If Kyle Fletcher and Cody Rhodes had a baby, it would be him.
From Nathan Frazer.
Kendra Buckley, you read my mind. You read my mind. You read my mind. I was thinking of Kyle Fletcher.
Top of his head. Absolutely brutal.
He does look like him.
There is Fraxium, the tag team champion.
Kyle and Cody's love child.
50 combined days as champion, closing in on the
Jesse Jacobs says it's Brad Baylor. Okay, thank you so much for letting me know, Brad Baylor. All right, I felt bad. I kept calling him Little Blonde Boy. I didn't want to keep calling him Little Blonde Boy. Brad Baylor. Now he's Little Blonde Boy, Brad Baylor. Oh, dang. Axiom was like, here, take this.
You know what this is, guys? This called going to school right here. On the job training. That's what this is, bro.
This is fast break offense and book as you listen.
Hey, Ebony, I hope you feel better.
You stated all
in there. Hope you feel better.
Pairings have arguments. They're trying to work through theirs each and every week.
You know, it's a little different with Axiom and Frazer. I mean, these guys were behind each other's back, sneaking, trying to get title shots.
Oh, tag.
It wasn't like that with me and my
Oh, what a spear from Smokes into the cover. Hooks both legs in a near fall.
I can't react to a spear. After what I saw with Braun Breaker yesterday where he killed Carlito, you got to do a whole lot for me to get interested in anybody's spear right now.
Vanity Project along with
I
Jada
only
Steele,
have
Grace
eyes
Donovan,
for one
Jackson
spear
Drake,
now.
Of course, WWE Evolve every Wednesday on Tubi. But look at this springboard X Factor into the cover center of the ring and another near fall. And Graves, can you imagine what a victory would do for Swipe Right to come in here and beat the NXT Tag Team
As
Champions?
we already know, these gentlemen are not lacking in the confidence department as we look again at that epic spear delivered by Ricky Smokes. I'm still trying to figure out if he's any relation to Julius, but either way, Swipe Right are extremely effective against the tag champs, but Axiom just turned the tides.
Baylor tagging out, coming right back in as Smokes.
I like this. I'm
Oh,
not gonna
no.
lie.
Oh, they won you over in one night?
We're a little early to say that for sure, but oh baby!
I can already picture Graves on I Drive with Swipe Right after NXT.
Trying to get me in trouble.
Axiom makes the tag, and I think Swipe Right might be in a little trouble because there comes Nathan Frazer. Moves like a blur, strikes like a cobra. Right back in, swing and a miss.
Damn, Nathan.
Got one, got two.
Dang, I don't even know how he did that so fast. What the hell?
Right back in, standing shooting star, connects, cover. Near fall. Woo, boy, that.
I wonder how, like, Nathan Frazer, he moves so fast and he has his hair all up on his face. How does he even see? How does he even see what he's doing?
First time here on NXT, can you imagine that?
You may not have to imagine, Book, but Frazer looking to seal the deal.
Rolling right through somehow.
Double
Right back
tags.
to his feet. Axiom is now the legal superstar. This is fast-paced. Oh! Just get drop was Axiom. Frazer coming in. He gets caught by Baylor. Baylor jumping knee, or excuse me, off the jumping knee from Smokes into the double underhook. And look at this.
Do it.
Tag team continuity. And now you hear Baylor screaming at Smokes. They got the champions on the ropes. Axiom is legal. Swipe right.
This is going to be a huge upset, guys.
Looking for a statement win, and Axiom able to slip it around. Super kick under the jaw. Tag was made. And the champions right back in. Axiom going to the top. Ricky Smokes. He's caught. Axiom
I can tell that these kids have a lot of heart. That's the one big thing that I feel like I've noticed the most from this match.
For that patented Phoenix splash. Bam! Connects. Baylor going right
How sad. Nathan Frazer and Axiom cleaned house with them. They look like they have a lot of heart, definitely. That's my biggest takeaway from that. Austin Wright says, Swipe Right showing and out in Evolve. God telling if you've been watching. I haven't been watching Evolve. So all the Evolve folk are going to be pretty new to me. To be honest, I keep forgetting Evolve is on. Every single week I forget. I don't remember that Evolve is on until someone mentions it. But I forget every single time that it is on. Come on, Ortega says Swipe Right is just 2025 Spirit Squad. Put them out there in a green little tracksuit.
Not deserve that opportunity.
Not at all. Did you guys hear the news?
I sure did.
Ava said that Fatal Influence gets a qualifier, so obviously I'm taking it and getting my title back.
Damn, she's just taking it like,
you already had that.
break them up, break them up.
I'm gonna step up and be.
I mean, last time I
break them up,
super kicked in the face on the outside.
So how
break them up.
It's gonna be me this time. You guys will be there for me, right?
What just happened?
Break them up. No. Break them up. I'm sorry. I kind of want Fallon back on her own, doing her own thing. I'm kind of over the whole group right now. So I hope that this is the start of the end. The start of the end. All right. Dino Howard says, so Denise, do you swipe right or left? To be honest, I feel really stupid, but when like all of these dating site stuff first started and people were like swipe right, swipe left, I didn't know which one was for if you like someone and if you don't like someone. And how did I figure it out? Oh, yeah. So one of my friends who was a single girl a few years ago, she was on Tinder. And, we were out for a girls' dinner. And, she was telling me about her love life. And that's the thing about me. I will ask about everybody's love life. All right. If I ever get the chance to sit one-on-one with somebody, we're having dinner, I'll be like, so what's going on in your love life? I will ask. And so I love to hear about relationships and I love to give relationship advice. Anyway, so my friend was, telling me about her love life. And then she was telling me about how she was on Tinder. And I told her, oh my God, can I please choose some guys for you? So she gave me her phone and I was picking them for her. She didn't. She was just like, I don't know how some of them she did like my picks, and then some of them she did not like my picks. And then I also kind of felt that she just kind of liked anybody because I was a little bit more pickier for her than she was. So anyways, it was very fun. It was very, very fun picking for other people. I asked Reg the other day, can I pick some people for you? And he was like, no. I'm like, damn you. Damn you. So please let me pick some people for y'all. Xeno Hour. I don't know how many of you guys are watching the Ladies Chaperone on Netflix. It's like a new TV show that's on Netflix. I think it's a Spanish show that's dubbed in English because I watched it and it was dubbed in English. Anyways, it's really cute and it's about this lady who tries to, find partners for the families and the rich girls. It's a period piece. And I just finished watching it. It was very good. But I like the idea of being a matchmaker. I want to be a matchmaker. Matchmake some people. All right. Anyways, let me see what else we got here. King of Strong Style says you want her to go back to being a cowgirl. Hey, look at now. She hasn't ditched the cowgirl stuff. She had her cowgirl print on right now. She had her cowgirl tube top. She could be, what's the thing? It's a trend now, by the way, to do cow print with glam, like a glam cow print kind of thing, like glam cowgirl. I'm not really sure what the official name for it is, but it's a thing. It's definitely a thing. We got I Am Coley here who says, break up, break up. Yes, I agree. Let's see what else we got here. Let me go through some more comments. Let me go through some more here. Johnny D says Daisy Dukes. No, those are the shoes. Those are the shoes. No, I'm talking about the print and the glam and the style and all of that. Hey, Corey MacArthur, thank you so much for gifting a DWO membership. Very, very cool of you, Corey. Very, very cool of you. Thank you so much. We got Juan Ortega here who says country chick? No. Or country chic. Excuse me, chic. Country chick. I mean, you could be country chick. Country chic.
Ladder match. Come stand and deliver.
And for Jasmine,
see, look at her. She's got her cowgirl.
She is looking to punch her ticket to Las Vegas.
Blouse. So Ruca's more my style. I feel like So Ruca, she's good vibes all around.
And her opponent, accompanied by Saria.
If So Ruca was a singer, I'd buy her album just based off of her vibes.
So Ruca going to be extra motivated due to her tag team partner that is here ringside with her, Saria, who you just mentioned qualified last week for the ladder match at Stand and Deliver.
I don't think you should need extra motivation. This is a career-altering opportunity in front of all
right,
of
so
these
it's So
women.
Ruca
Sol
versus
Ruca,
Jasmine
if she's
Nix,
truly
then
deserving of
officially?
being a future North American Women's Champion, she should have all the motivation that she needs already.
There's a lot on her plate, Graves, because
Oh yeah, we got to go with So Ruca. So Ruca's my pick here.
Speed tomorrow, which is on X.
That's right.
I've been wanting So Ruca to get back on that wagon, so I am 100% rooting for Sol.
For the Speed Women's Championship.
Well, this is the first of two qualifying matches here tonight live on NXT.
Sheldon says, Denise, you want to do Reg a favor, set him up with your friend, the one he was checking out. He already got somebody, so he's too late.
No, look here, I can agree with that.
He's too late.
Right now, they need at the top of that ladder those two women. It's all about the North American Championship. What did I say?
You don't
It's about
strike while the
championship.
iron's hot, guys.
Yeah, it is,
Too
man.
late.
I've been
Somebody
listening,
else
folks.
will.
I've been paying attention.
Well, Sol Ruca.
You missed that, Vic. You missed that.
What do you mean? I've been listening to the same soundbite every single Tuesday.
Oh,
for like 4
Jasmine's
years.
gear is so
As Ruca to the
cute.
top, landing on her feet. This is the athleticism.
She looks like a Valentine's Day card.
X marks the spot.
Gravity-defying, mind-bending athleticism from Sol Ruca.
We have
It's
to
very,
remember
very
Stephanie
cute.
McCare, who was out here earlier, relinquished the Women's North American Championship to elevate the locker room, to help the locker room evolve. And one of these two women will head to stand and deliver. Nice suplex. And there again, Sol Ruca continuing. Ooh, into the pinning combination. Shoulders down and a near fall. Sol was in the inaugural ladder match to crown the first ever Women's North American Champion. You remember that one booked all the way back at Battleground.
Yeah, so I'm looking at Sol Ruca right now. She's doing a hell of a job. But one thing she's doing that I really don't like, and that's admiring her work after she hit a big shot on Jasmine. This thing could be over with already. I really believe that.
Well, Battleground returns this
J
May.
Girl
when
says,
WWE
get an
takes over
interview with
Tampa
Nick Wayne
Memorial.
instead of Mama Wade and Reg.
2 feet
Bro,
to
Reg
the
had his
face.
chance. He
And
chickened
Jasmine
out.
Nix now.
He had his chance.
Springboarding right
He couldn't
into
even
this
say
match.
hello to
What
Mama
knee
Wayne
to
at a
the
meet
chest.
and greet.
Gotta love it. The NY Knicks.
He blew his chance.
I love it, man.
Trios had their hands full, that being Fatal Influence on TNA. And books, some might be questioning, are they focusing on the wrong things?
No, I wouldn't say that, man. I mean, it's called the takeover, man. Fatal Influence, they want more. They want more. You gotta love it, man.
And it was Jasmine Nix who made that executive decision before this matchup.
Yeah.
Man, this is the most I've seen of Jasmine Nix.
In her career.
And you got to respect the fact, beautiful, perfect flex by Nix, that Jasmine Nix had the wherewithal and the guts to call her own shot to say it's my time.
And how about the combination offense off the perfect plex, able to transition into the submission, showing her own athleticism. And in this ring right now, Jasmine Nix
I wanna
is
give her a
taking
fair
control
chance.
of Sol Ruca, and you can see the agony.
She's
on the
standing
face
out.
of
She's
Ruca
doing pretty
in
good in
moment.
this.
A ton of pressure being applied to the neck of Sol Ruca while Jasmine Nix locked into the bridge. Very, very effective offense. And here comes Nix to pour out some more punishment, running soccer-style kick.
Into the cover to advance to Las Vegas, and another near fall. I mean, Booker appears the rest of Fatal Influence seems to be okay with how this matchup is playing out. It was Fallon Henley who said she wanted to get her title back. It was JC Jane who said it was her time, but no, it was Jasmine Nix who was rising to the occasion.
We're talking about the pro, right?
Johnny T points out Jasmine's flexibility. Yeah.
Jasmine Nix. It's time for her.
Juan Ortega says, dang, she's flexible. Seat looking bridge. She is Gumby. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I'm all, she's pretty unique.
Love it, man.
High
Showing
impact
some,
offense from Sol Ruca.
That's what I was telling you. I don't feel like I've seen too much of Jasmine. Like, I wouldn't be able to really say much of anything about her until maybe now.
In the tank to recover and get back on top of this one.
This is a pivotal point in this matchup. So much hanging in the balance. A trip to WrestleMania Saturday.
Karen Wilson. That's good evening, Denise. Question about a passport. Can you go to a government office to apply for a passport, or do you have to fill it out online only? I believe they opened online applications now, is what I heard, but I had to do mine through mail because they didn't have the online option when I did mine, and I just went to go pick up the application at the post office, and then when I renewed it, I just printed out the application from the actual website and then mailed it in. So you should go and look and see on the website, and it'll tell you like what to do based off your situation and everything. So whatever you're looking to accomplish, whether you're renewing or applying for the first time, yes, I would go to the website. Hope that helps, Karen.
For Fatal Influence, and JC getting in the face of Nick's kick! Nick's kick! That's between the eyes! Cover, no!
Wow!
To the shock and awe of Jasmine Nix.
Stay on the gas.
And Jasmine taking her eye off Sol Ruca for a moment. Coming back in, inside cradle, shoulders are down, and another near fall.
I think if anything, Nix was maybe looking for a little guidance from the outside from Fallon Henley.
Another big
JC Jane.
Able to connect. Sol coming right back with one of her own. This for the opportunity of a lifetime.
No, that's it. Oh, no, but she's really close to the ropes. Oh, no, it's it. That's it.
And another Sol is
She did good, though. Jasmine did good.
to stand and deliver.
But yeah, this was Sol Ruca's to win. But now Sol Ruca's in it. Zaria's in it. That's interesting.
What a moment as Sol joins her partner Zaria.
Sheldon Jackson says
Jordynne,
passport
who
in
will
person
Lee
or mail
stand and deliver
only
as
if brand new
champion?
passport DS11 form or renewal DS82 form. And
On the
Sheldon,
topic
I
of
don't
Las
know, how do you
Vegas,
know all of
WWE
this?
World is coming to Las
How
Vegas
do you
April
know all
17th
of
through
this?
21st. WWE and
You
Fanatics
got the
events
form
have announced
names
a
and
5-day event
everything.
featuring immersive
I'm like,
fan
yeah, go
experiences,
online.
including
It's
live
there.
shows and podcasts.
I did not
The
realize you had
2K25
all the
tournament and
information.
The largest WWE Superstore in WrestleMania history. Tickets are on sale now
Man,
via fanaticsevents.com.
Las Vegas momentarily.
WWE.
I always have the same feeling about Las Vegas. I get really excited when I arrive, and by the third, fourth day, I'm just thinking about how badly I want to go home.
Against Trick Williams and Oba Femi
Oh,
for the
Sheldon
NXT
worked in a passport
Championship tonight. You
agency.
take on Darkstate.
All right, there you go.
I'm
No
sorry.
wonder I'm like, you
But I
just have a
heard this.
lot of information
I
about
knew
this.
Darkstate was gonna be a problem, and if
Thank you,
Chicken Ogo would
Sheldon.
listen to me in the first place, we wouldn't be in this situation. They get trying to little bro me, but in less than 2 weeks, I'm coming for the NXT Championship. All right, I don't have a era, or I'm not the ruler, and honestly, I don't want to be like neither one of them. I dropped Oba not once, but twice. And Trick, he's trying to snuff out my potential before it even sparks. And that's cool. I'll take it step by step. All right?
I still
Tonight,
feel like Javon Evans
Darkstate.
would do anything to be friends with
Stand
Trick
delivered
Williams.
to the NXT Championship.
He seems
I
like he
appreciate
wants to be good friends with Trick Williams so badly.
Javon Evans in a 6-man tag later tonight. But coming up next, Hank and Tank versus the Culling.
All right, we're at a commercial. Oh, wait. Yeah, we're on LFG. I'm going to mute this. All right. We got Creighton Robs here who says, I can relate to Denise's scheduling for WrestleMania. I work security, event security in Houston, and planning out my schedule and lodging plans for the rodeo is an adventure at times. Oh my God. First of all, that's really, really cool. I can only imagine the cool things you get to see at the rodeo. I've always wanted to attend a rodeo. Obviously, I don't really know where to go find a rodeo. I mean, here in California, I don't know where the rodeos are at, but I always wanted to go though. I have done some like bull riding, mechanical bull riding. I have done that. Very, very fun. But yeah, I've always wanted to go to the rodeo. Seems very, very cool. Thank you, Creighton. All right, let's see what else we got here. Infamous DJ1 says Javon is so young. Yeah, he's the young OG. The young OG. All right. You know what? I feel like I should bring out some games, everyone, because these NXT commercials, I completely forgot that they don't really do anything during these commercials. So let me pull up, hold on one second. I'm looking for my hangman. Where's my hangman? All right, give me a second. I'm going to look for my hangman stuff. Hopefully I still have the link. I don't think I have the link anymore. No, it's taking me to Hangman versus Swerve. Hangman. Oh, shit. Which one was it? Hold on. I'm trying to find the website that I used to use for Hangman. Oh, no. Which one was it? No. I don't have it anymore. No. Okay. Hold on. I'm looking for it. There's some other websites, but I don't know what these are. What is this? I don't even know what this is. These are not good websites. I used to have the, hold on. You know what? I probably do have it somewhere and I'm just not looking. So I saved the link to this website that I would use for the Hangman games. Oh, no, that's Instagram. Hold on. I'm still looking. Maybe I'll find it. Hopefully I didn't delete it. Come on, where are you at? Hold on. No. No. Oh my God. Damn it. No. I lost my Hangman link. No. Guys, I don't have my Hangman link anymore. This is not good. I used to love that website, but I don't know what the website is. All right, I'm going to have to look for it during the show at some point, but I do want to bring it back. So we will, I will look for it in a minute because I don't know where I left it. I got rid of it. I got rid of it like an idiot. Tiger Claw says Denise is on the not safe for work websites. No, there ain't nothing. Shit. I'm trying to remember how I found it. It was a really good website too. Maybe I can find a different one to like take over. All right, we're gonna be back on NXT in 35 seconds, and then I'll use that time to look for it as well. That way I can bring it up for everybody. Because it's pretty fun to play, I feel. All right, we're back in 14 seconds. Guys, I found it. I found it. I found the Hangman website. Yes! I found it. All right, good. We're good to go. I'll play Hangman with everybody during the next commercial break.
Julia.
Water Tiger says Denise in her search history. Gerard Butler in a suit.
Stand and deliver. No friends. Rematch.
She's not here to make friends. She's here to make money. I was waiting for Julia to bust out that line.
Scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Hank Walker, Tank Ledger, Hank and Tank!
I don't want to take anything away from the Belly Bandits, but what will Ava do now? You just heard from the former NXT Women's Champion.
What the hell you think she signed the damn contract? All right?
Ultimately prevail.
Spoken like a former GM.
Bringing it to light.
Oh, this is the Darkstate's entrance. I mean, the Darkstate. Why do I keep calling them the Dark Side? They're the Darkstate. Wait, this is not the Darkstate. This is the Culling.
Their opponents.
Never mind. Wrong team. Wrong team. They're doing the match with the Culling next. This is Sean Spears' group. No wonder I was looking at them and I'm like, wait, I've seen this entrance before. Oh yeah, it's the Culling.
These two gentlemen, Izzy Dame, did they let Sean
Never
Spears
mind.
down last week in that main event?
Why are you asking me, Vic? We heard from Spears himself a matter of moments ago that the plan all along has been to advance the
Arthur E.
career
Andrews
of
says,
their
I wonder who
opponent.
Ricky starts his first title
Every
defense is.
member.
Yeah, I wonder if
It's
he'll
not
have
about
one
Spears
today.
anymore.
Probably
Right
not.
now,
Maybe just a
it's
promo.
about Nico Vance and Brooks Jensen.
He'll probably
Do you
just have a
buy that
promo.
book?
But eventually he's going to have to wrestle Ethan Page, though, after Ethan Page attacked him. So I think his promo today might be addressing Ethan Page.
Well, tag team action here and now, and it's Hank and Tank Graves who are, what do you say, trying to put it together? I mean, I don't know what to say about them.
Hank and Tank are undergoing an identity
He just like bounced all weird. Hey, Terrence, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, you look very beautiful. I stepped out a couple of times. Did they do anything with Cora? Cora has not yet been on the show as of right now. There's no mentions of her, no nothing. So you did not miss anything with Cora Jade. But thank you so much for the kind super chat, Terrence. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Terrence.
Right now. It's all about aggression with these two. And they're not going to win matches on aggression alone. That's not going to happen.
Those the Hardys, machine guns, pretty deadly.
Ginger Spice says, the Culling theme sort of reminds me of the Ash by Elegance theme song. Huh.
Right all along.
All right. I'm going to have to go listen to that back to back. Thank you, Ginger Spice.
Double team offense incoming, but Nico Vance thwarted it.
Spine first and right back in, spinning heel kick.
You see what I'm saying?
Jensen.
That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Losing focus right in the middle of a matchup like this. That can't happen. You can't let that happen, man.
We just heard from Julia when it comes to the NXT Women's Championship. You got to imagine what Ava's thinking out watching the tag team division. Into the cover is Jensen hooking the leg, center of the ring, and a near fall. Everything with NXT going on, stand and deliver, is fast approaching as well.
I don't really think there's much
Hey, Brandon Roseanne, thank you so much for the super chat, Brandon. He says, Denise, here's a new game idea. Anagrams of wrestler names. Example, Norm Messenger is an anagram of Roman Reigns. That's right. You told me this last time, actually, but I had completely forgot about that. So thank you so much for the reminder, Brandon. I'm going to actually write this down this time because I did not write it down last time.
They got to figure it out, trying to make it. They finally do get the tag, so maybe this is going to be the point where Hank and Tank can start to figure it out. They've taken all
right, wrote it down because next time I will have that in mind. Thank you, Brandon. I kind of had to put a pause to like doing games and stuff ever since I started doing the international broadcast feed. So I really wasn't looking for ideas or slash like forgot. So now that I'm kind of, at least for today's NXT, since there's not anything going on during the commercial breaks, I figured now would be a good time to bring that back. Thank you, Brandon.
He just ran over Jensen into the cover, looking for the jump, and Nico Vance breaking things up, and now here comes Tank, and Hank and Tank fighting here tonight.
Vance sent spilling to the outside.
Things starting to break down between these four men, and oh no!
I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys.
Inside cradle, back in the ring. Jensen looking for the win, and another near fall, able to kick out at the last moment. Back in, boss man slam connects. The air driven out of the lungs of Jensen. And now,
Famous Amos Seer says Cora posted on her story to watch NXT or else, so I wonder what happens with her tonight. Oh, so that's why he was asking earlier about Cora. I didn't see her post that on her story. That's why I was like, I haven't seen anything about Cora lately. I'm like, she hasn't been mentioned on the show, so I really didn't even expect her on today. So good to know this. Good to know. Thank you so much, Famous Amos.
Into the cover, and Hank and Tank still can't put it together.
Here are your winners.
Man, they're really going and pushing the Culling.
Hank and Tank's look to
Poor Hank and
solve their
Tank.
tag team issues.
I still think Hank and Tank need new gear.
Hank and Tank trying to
I think they're if they got new gear, they would feel a little bit more presentable. That fan's like, you guys did nothing wrong. I love you guys. Oh, there's Ricky saying.
The North American champion is here.
Oh, that's next. All right, so let's see what he's going to talk about. Clearly, it's got to be Ethan Page. All right, we got a 3 minutes break here. So here we go, guys. Time to play some. Let me add it here. Wonder if I could do. Yes. Yes, I could do it. I think. Let me see. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Aw, that's so lame. Okay. Hold on. Let me bring. Oh, crap. Hold on. Forgot that this is this. That's not right. Hold on. I'm trying to get Hangman going. But the first one didn't work. So, all right, there it is. There it is. All right, present, share screen, Hangman. Let me make this bigger. No. Hold on. Let me make it. No, that's so small. Why is it so little? You know what? This will work. Yes, we did it. We did it. I figured it out. Woo. All right. Feel free to send in some letters and I will wait for someone to figure it out. So here we go. Call out some letters, chat. And we'll have some fun with some Hangman while we get the party, while we wait for NXT to return. All right. Ebony kicks us off with letter A. All right. Do we got an A? We got an A. We got Brandon here, and Big G also said an S. So here we go. Let's do an S. No S. No S. All right. We got Raphael with an R. Okay. We got an R. We got an R. Johnny T says T. All right. Here we go. Hey, yo. Good job, Johnny. Good job. Ben Fossey says B. No B. No B. Darkwing J says J. No J. But a couple of people have solved it. Brandon Rosen solved it, and Nate Smith with Whoop That Trick. So congrats to those of you guys who solved it pretty fast. Let me finish putting out the letters here. All right. Woo! That trick. Yay. All right. That was our first one. We'll go ahead and play another one in the next commercial break. But in the meantime, we are going to be coming back here to NXT in about 40 seconds. Let's see. We had a couple more people send in Whoop That Trick. Who else? It was Brandon, Nate, Maggie, Big G, Ebony Prince, LaVey Carter, Raphael Smith, Arthur E. Andrews, JB from GA. I am Conley also here. Let's see. Super Fro. Infamous he just says, and Carlton. All right, good stuff, everyone. We're about to come back here on NXT in 5 seconds. Oops, I was not ready. All right, here we go. Ricky Saints is on.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the new NXT North American Champion, Ricky Saints!
This man has taken over this brand since his arrival. And he wins a championship last week in the main event. By doing so, became the fastest superstar from their debut to put gold around their waist. We are indeed witnessing the revolution.
Can I say it? Can I say it, man?
I'm not going to stop
He's
you.
from New Orleans, right? Bone Telly, old stone, roulette. Oh, yes, man.
You don't even know what the hell you just said.
It was a loose translation.
I'm Cajun, man. I'm Cajun.
Are you?
I'm from Louisiana.
Since when?
All right, here we go. Ricky Saints. He's a really good promo, so this should be fun.
Well, I appreciate the sentiment there, folks. I really do.
Are they saying Ricky Strokes? What are they saying?
I will say this. The first night that I stepped foot here in NXT, I told everybody that I was here to turn this place upside down. I told you that the revolution will be televised again and that you would get an absolute
Ricky
superstar.
Smokes. Thank you. I was like, why Ricky Strokes? Okay,
If you
Ricky
haven't figured
Smokes.
it out
Good
yet,
to know.
Ricky
Thank you,
Saints
Juan.
is a man of his word because, baby, I'm standing here the new NXT North American Champion. And while I would love to keep the celebration going, unfortunately, I got a little bit of a bitter taste left in my mouth from last week, and that is all due to you, all ego Ethan Page. Yeah, and I kind of get it. Don't get me wrong. I fully understand because if a guy like me,
Okay, so they are saying Strokes. Okay, thank you. It sounded like Strokes.
My little ego would be
Thank
shattered
you.
just as well. And since we all know Ethan Page has never been known to be the bigger man, he had to go and ruin a special moment of mine. So, as the champ, I've never been no punk. So, Ethan, come on out here so we can discuss this man to man.
My way, my life.
Oh, it's what's his face, Lexus King.
Certainly is not. It's the Heritage Cup champion.
I like Ricky's face, like, why is he here? I didn't even notice it last week, KJ. Thank you for pointing it out. I didn't even notice it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold your horses, Slick Rick. I think you're worried about the wrong guy. Now, I know the King has the prestigious Heritage Cup Championship.
That's a good color for Alexis King.
But
The
if there's
blue
one
with the
thing
blonde
about me,
hair just
brother,
really pops.
I love gold. And I would love to put a little extra.
Oh, I'm like, who is this? I don't recognize everyone's theme songs right off the bat. Why do they always feel the need to include Eddie Thorpe in everything?
Nice, huh?
In everything. They're like, this is going well. Let's bring out Eddie Thorpe.
And be handed
Every time.
opportunities while other people are starving to get what they deserve. All this time, I've been on a quest to win a title here in NXT. But now I realize I've had my
Someone yelled, "We don't care."
Because that title.
Thank you to that person.
That title represents the land of my people, the same land that was stolen from them. So as far as I'm concerned, that title is a shot at retribution. Hell, that title is my birthright.
Under Buckley, you're right.
So
That's because we hate him, so it's easy
You don't
heat.
need to worry about
I
Ethan.
hate
You need
it.
to worry about me.
Dude, everyone's coming out right now. Everyone but who I was expecting.
Hold up. Now, I got Inamura later on tonight, but I'm going to take care of that in a minute. But you
I like that
cannot
Wes Lee has his crew now,
have a
though.
conversation about the
With
NXT North
Tyreek
American title
and
not include me.
Tyson.
You see, that title right there was at its absolute peak when it was across.
I actually think the best matchup between these guys here would be Wesley and Ricky Saints. Wesley and Ricky Saints would have a fun sprint of a match.
Wes, I get it. I feel your sentiment. If I was in your shoes, I would be devastated. I would be desperate to relive my glory days.
Oh, shut
But
up,
just-
Lexus. Here we go. Another greedy white man who's not content with what he already has.
All right.
You
Eddie,
need to worry about
look
that
at Wesley's
heritage
face.
cup,
Look at Wesley's
because
face.
That belongs to me. Hold on, listen.
He's like,
listen,
what
you
now?
three, this is not the time to try to figure this out. If you want a shot at this right here.
All right, who's
Wait a
next?
minute.
Finally,
Oh, no.
Ethan Page. I was waiting
Twisted,
for.
Damn it, that's twice.
All right, guys. Even if you get the actual title, it does not belong to you.
Over the North American Championship.
That was goofy.
Thorpe and Lee, King and Page all doing battle in the middle of the ring.
Oh, they're probably gonna do like a fatal four-way
Security out
to
here.
determine. Maybe they'll do it tonight or next week. Fatal four-way to determine
Much like the women
Ricky
earlier,
Saints'
all
next
these
opponent.
men eyeing up.
Even though we all know it should be Ethan Page.
Opportunity.
Oh shit! Wesley's butt landed on Lexus King.
And in moments, Wesley will be in action. What the hell is going on?
You see that? Do you see it? It is officially stand and deliver season.
It is. Stephanie, have you made your decision? Jada, Jordynne,
Or Julia? I have made my decision. At the stand,
I want
in the
both of
mirror,
them.
I want all of them.
Okay.
I was hoping she would say las dos. Las dos. Well, we're on a commercial break. Let's go ahead and bring back Hangman in the meantime to make our commercial break experiences a lot better. Here we go. Let's do this. I have it queued up for you. I was ready this time. Anyone to look a mess? All right, I swear to God, I'm gonna figure this stuff out. All right, let's do this. Throw out some letters, everybody. Let's see if y'all can figure it out in 3 minutes and 25 seconds. All right, we got Famous Amos who throws out an A. All right. Oh, 4 A's. Good job. We got Brandon Rosen who throws out an R. All right. We got an R. Cool, cool, cool. We got Late Royalty who throws out an O. All right, an O it is. 1 O. We got Harold Robinson with a G. All right, a G. We got a G. We got a G, ladies and gents. David Primero and Ryan throw out an F. All right. We got an F. We got an S. What else do we got? Ebony Prince throws out a T. All right. We got a T. We got a T. We got a T, T, T. Arthur throws out an M. All right. M. We got an M. Hey, yo! And we got people that figured it out. Let's go. All right. Brandon Rosen had the answer, and Las Vegas is hosting a WrestleMania. Ryan Soley also had Las Vegas is hosting WrestleMania. Big G also had Las Vegas is hosting WrestleMania. Let me finish it out here so that just for sake of finishing it out. Hey, yay! Happy! Las Vegas is hosting WrestleMania. All right, Big G had that. David Primero, infamous DJ1, Iron Culling Coker, Arthur. We got Super Fro, Maggie. Why do I keep saying Maggie? Why can't I think I keep reading your first and last name so fast, Maggie? I don't know why I keep doing that. I'm so sorry. Carlton, Mike Cepeda. Good stuff, everyone. Arthur. All right. And let me do a quick one in the meantime, since we still have a minute, but you guys can't see. So let me block this so that you can see what it is. All right, here we go. Figure this one out. We got 35 seconds. 35 seconds to figure it out. Let's see if anyone can do it fast. All right, we got Raphael with an N. All right, Super Fro with a T. No T, no T. Oh no. Ben with a U. U. No U. Ryan with an A. A. We do got some A's. Jay Growls with a T. Oh, we already got T. Infamous Raider Loco with an I. No I. Onyx with an E. Yes, we got an E. Iron Cooley says S. Okay. Big G got it. Big G got it. All gas. Let me finish it out. All gas, no brakes. I saw someone put it in the chat, and so it was the first thing that popped into my mind. All right. All gas, no brakes. And we're back on NXT. So let me 1 second. Don't start without me. They started without me.
Sarah, I ain't here to give you no sob story.
All right, there we go.
Every single time it comes to me getting mine, there's always someone in the way. Versus Eddie Thorpe, now Javon Evans. Pull up my resume. What you find?
All right.
Iron Survivor winner, North American champ, 2-time NXT champ, back-to-back main event stand and deliver. Let's talk about it. Except this time I'm leaving with that title around my waist.
But I have to ask you, have any concerns teaming up with them tonight, Javon and Oba, and taking on the destructive Darkstate?
Hell yeah, I'm concerned. You see what they did last week? Look, Darkstate, man, they don't care about nobody. Oba, Javon, make sure you're on your A game, because we're going to need it. At Stand and Deliver, I'm going to whoop both y'all ass.
We got Sucho here, by the way. Sucho, thank you so much for the super chat. Says it's just a season of triple threats and fatal four-ways, and I love it. I was literally joking about that earlier, how we are getting so much of that this WrestleMania season. It feels like everybody just decided to get on the same page and do the same thing. Thank you, Sucho. Thank you for the super chat and your generosity. Hope you're having a kick-ass Tuesday. We got Steven Marchuli in the building. Says, calling it now, NXT Women's 4-Way can be match of the weekend. Yo, honestly, yeah. Like, even just seeing the... right now how Jada Parker and Jordynne Grace and the chemistry they had together, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And I like that they still have the opportunity to do singles matches. Because I still want to see so many different variations of singles matches between those girls. But yeah, I think it's going to be a really great match. And I'm going to probably not, I'm definitely not watching it live, but I will be watching it afterwards. So thank you so much, Steven Marchuli.
That's first big one here against Wes Lee.
My point, he has the most to prove.
Well, Ricky Saints, no short of challengers looking to prove their worth. But Graves, that's 2 weeks in a row. Ethan Page has snuck up and attacked the North American champion.
Ethan Page knows when to choose his opportunities wisely at the expense of Ricky Saints. But let's talk about Inamura. Oh! Down on Wes Lee right now.
Well, Graves, to that point, were you shocked that Inamura challenged Wes Lee last week?
No, I think Inamura's got an extremely bright future, and Inamura's got a lot of weight on his shoulders from his home promotion, Pro Wrestling Noah. This is a guy who's a protege of the great Muda, a WWE Hall of Famer. Inamura knows the expectations are high. He wants to mix it up with the best.
And he's certainly in there with one of the best NXT has ever produced in Wes Lee. And Booker, when it comes to Inamura, he wasn't wrong last week. Lee doesn't stand for what he once did.
Come on, come on. Last year's prices.
Shoulders down, covering up, powering out
It's
into.
not this year's prices, Vic. Come on, we evolved. That's what Wes Lee has done. He has evolved as a man in this business. I love it, man.
I agree with that, Booker.
By the way, we're watching Wes Lee versus Inamura, but I'm pretty sure y'all knew that already.
Man who's changed his strategies, but still has all the skill a superstar could ever
Yeah,
do.
I really feel like they should do Wes Lee versus Ricky Saints before he gets to his match with Ethan Page, but I don't know.
General manager, I want Grace Parker.
Big Time Baxter says Denise's NXT has been very match heavy. This is match number 5 in the span of 1 hour and 10 minutes. Hey, yo, good. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you.
We'll find out if that matchup gets made official, but those marks across the chest of Wes Lee.
Referee, do your damn job.
What was he not doing?
Get him out of the corner. You got 5 seconds.
Did he break the 5?
We know how Booker feels about illegal tactics, Vic.
Oh, we certainly do, but look at the strength. Megan Lee thinking about it. Lee, no, trying to throw out some knees, taking Inamura down. Wes Lee, though, still hooked. Lee trying to get down. Inamura saying,
This is that next level sumo power possessed by Yoshiki Inamura into the cover.
Looking for the big victory tonight. And not quite yet. You know, Booker.
I actually can't wait for them to push Josh Briggs a little bit more in the singles division. Like, he should have been out there also calling out Ricky Saints. I mean, obviously not right now with the story that they're doing, but he should be included amongst those guys. I think that Josh Briggs is, I think he's pretty good from what we've seen, especially after that triple threat match that we saw at Stand and Deliver last year or the year before that. That was really good. So that I was sold on Josh Briggs.
Trying to help his partner out, his friend.
Oh, kick caught Inamura right between the eyes.
Wes Lee now back to the top.
Doing some beautiful work.
Looking to fly high.
Yeah, Ben says Briggs should go after the NXT title versus Oba. Yeah, he'd be a fun challenger for Oba. He does well with meaty men. Oh wait, that doesn't sound right, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. He does well with meaty men.
Inamura looking to cruise to victory. We've seen this splash in the past. If Inamura hits this, it lights out Wes Lee.
Inamura, hey, Tyson and Tyreek, but there's Briggs.
Inamura slow.
Did Inamura slip?
No, I think when Briggs ripped.
Oh shit, Wesley's about to get that W.
Shoot the half. He's out. Into the cover and Lee.
Yeah, that was a lot quicker than I was anticipating.
What happened? Here is your winner, Wes Lee.
Briggs, what do you think you saw?
I think Briggs was doing his best to clear the chaos on the outside and take out Tyson and Tyreek, and in the process, it disrupted Inamura's footing on the top turnbuckle, which led to this crash. Let's take another look. First at this swinging slam from Yoshiki Inamura. It was potentially the beginning of the end. Watch this.
We have one more NXT until Stand and Deliver.
A cardiac kick to the back of
Doesn't really feel like what's
pick up a big W.
how they don't have that many matches on the card, do they?
I can understand the
I'm like, I can only think of the 2 main matches. What else do they have besides the title matches? Oh yeah, I forgot about the ladder match.
Here in NXT seems to put the
So it's only 3 matches plus Ethan Page's match, and then they'll probably add one more.
Too well about that, because in addition to you guys attacking me last week, I haven't forgotten what you did at Vengeance Day, because you hit me with your last shot, with your best shot, and you failed to put me down. So tonight, I'm going to return the favor. And then when I'm done with you 4 fools, I will turn my attention fully to Trick Williams and Javon Evans, because in 2 weeks, they will get their opportunity to hit me with their best shot, and they will find out the hard way that the ruler can't be stopped, and they will suffer the same fate that Darkstate is going to suffer tonight, and that is defeat at the hands of Oba Femi.
I was about to start singing, "Hit me with your best shot." How does this evolve?
Keeps evolving. Tomorrow, Callie Armstrong.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Finally settle their differences.
I think they both look pretty impressive.
Skills can't count. We don't see I'll see you there. Yeah, okay. I'll see you there.
WWE Evolve. Tomorrow, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific.
Alrighty, let's go ahead. We're on a commercial break. We got 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So let's continue our hangman game in the meantime. And let's see what we got. Let's see who can solve this one. Oh, I had almost forgotten it. I'm like, what did I even put? All right, send in some letters, everyone. All right, Super Fro kicks us off with an A. Good one, good one. Oh, only one. Only one. We got Taylor Cannon here who sends in a T. All right, here we go. Let's do the T. Oh, good job, Taylor. We got 2 of those. Brandon Rosen sends in an E. All right. We got 3 E's. 3 E's. Johnny T sends in a P. We got a P. Vince sends in a C. No C. Arthur sends in a D. All right. And we do have a D. Jay Grell sends in an L. We have an L. Let's see. David Primero sends in an S. And we have 2 S's. All right. Onyx sends in a G. No G. JB sends in an X. No X. Carlton sends in an H. We have an H. Let's see. Let's see. We got an O from Onyx. Some of you guys are close. You're close. You got to get it exactly. You got to get it exactly the way I wrote it. Carlton B sends in a B. No B. And here it is from Brandon. So a couple people had the variation, but I wrote, I prayed for times like this. I specifically wrote, I prayed for times like this. All right. So here we go. Let me pop it in here. Prayed for times like this. Yay! What's up? All right. Thank you, Brandon, David Primero, Carlton, Ryan Sully, Jay Grells, Tiger Claw, Ender Buckley, Arthur E, Raphael Smith, the infamous DJ1. Carlton's like, I almost got it. Almost close, but no cigar. All right, and let me go ahead and see if I can do one more. A quick one before. All right, let's do a quick, easy one before the commercial break. And here's the next one. Throw out some letters, guys. We got 33 seconds. 33 seconds. Come on, come on. Let's see. We'll get some letters. All right. Super Pro sends in a C. Johnny sends in an S. Carlton sends in a D. Ryan sends in an A. Ryan, hold on, let's see. Onyx sends in a T. Brandon, you're so good at this. Brandon already solved it. It's you. You can't see me. Thank you for solving that quickly so we can get back to NXT. Let me just, yeah, there you go. You can't see me. There it is. All right, let me get back to NXT. Hold on one second. Nope, I can't. Get it off, get it off, get it off.
A new family.
All right, there we go.
The underworld of Guy Ritchie. Now,
all right, you can't see me. Brandon had it. Ryan Soley, Ebony Prince, Nate Smith, Super Fro, Ian Cooley Coker, Arthur E. Andrew, Maggie.
Will he be smiling?
And all right, we're good.
More if Izzy Dame can qualify for Stand and Deliver.
Oh, this is Izzy's qualifier match.
The following is the NXT Women's North American Championship.
No quarter catch crew. Damn, I haven't seen them in a minute.
Making her way to the ring, representing No Quarter Catch Crew, Red Sinclair.
WrestleMania After Dark is the official WrestleMania after party, taking place each night Thursday, April 17th through Sunday, April 20th at Live and Live Beach at the Fountain Blue, Las Vegas, the official host hotel of WrestleMania 41. Tickets on sale now via WrestleMania.
All right, guys, I gotta turn on the AC. 1 second.
Well, one of these two women would love to take the Women's North American Championship title on that WrestleMania Saturday from Stand and Deliver to WrestleMania After Dark. And Izzy Dame, the powerhouse, right off rip.
It was getting hot in here. It was already at 80 degrees in here. I don't know why it's so hot. It's 80 degrees in my house, but outside it's 71 degrees. It's actually cooler outside than it is in here.
Stand and Deliver with a lot of euphoria, and that might fuel them all the way to the North American Championship. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Body, another kick out. Perhaps Ren Sinclair is the one who holds NQCC.
We got 36 minutes left on NXT, and we still got the six-man match left on the show.
Which that includes this next week in Las Vegas. 6 championship matches. Ripley Belair Sky Women's World Title at WrestleMania in Vegas.
Any combination here by Sinclair.
And another kick out. And now Crucifix, another kick out.
Listen, that's what you get in this business for, to be part of WrestleMania. Another attempt at a cover by Sinclair. You don't come here to be average. You don't come here to be an also-ran. You come to be at the pinnacle, at the showcase of the immortals. That's why you get Booker. Am I wrong here? That's why you want to be the best of the best.
100%. Now, and talking about the best of the best, I'm going to tell you, Charlie Dempsey has been doing some real work with Ren Sinclair in the laboratory. She's looking great.
We got to congratulate Saul Ruca, who qualified earlier tonight. One of these two women will be the next superstar to qualify for that ladder match.
Izzy Dame kicked Ren Sinclair right in the
Whoa, big backdropping grave, or body slam, excuse me. Just how dangerous can Izzy become?
I don't know if we've even seen the tip of the iceberg, but what we're witnessing right now is definitely...
I think that Izzy is definitely winning this only because she's pushed a lot more. But I think that Maddie would have been really cool to see in this matchup. I think it'd be very fun to see Ren in the ladder match. But I have a feeling that Izzy's winning. They seem to be putting some effort into her. So
here tonight, and she will be in the game.
I love Izzy's hair, by the way. If you look closely, she's got like braids and star clips. Very cute.
And you see Nico Vance, Brooke Jensen.
Ryan Solaro says, is that a new female referee? I haven't seen her before. This is the first time I've seen her, but I don't really pay that much attention to the referees. But yeah, she definitely looks new to me.
That tonight is about his family growing and moving forward.
It's like a father putting a
She's
little bit of
very
trust into their
cute,
children.
so she's definitely going to be an attention grabber.
You don't want to betray the
She
trust.
kind
You
of
don't wanna
looks like
disappoint
Speaking of which, there is the
from far away. She kind of reminds me of Alexa Bliss.
Looking on as Izzy Dame in control of this matchup.
But that's from far away, though. From up close, I haven't really seen up close.
Sinclair really started to prove some doubters wrong.
Ender Buckley says he's seen her before, but not often. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Louis says she kind of looks like Julia Hart. I was thinking, Julia crossed my mind too. Cheerleader era Julia Hart.
For these two women, an opportunity to compete. Graves, as you said, on the grandest stage of them all, to set the bar.
Yeah, she has the Alexa Bliss highlight. That's why I was thinking too.
Sinclair back in control, into the cover.
JB says this ref works the ball. Vicky Dorico. Oh, it's her name, Vicky Dorico. Oh, good to know. Thank you so much for sending this in.
Blocked it.
Maybe looking for some sort of double underhook suplex.
Yeah, she looks like Alexa Bliss, Julia Hart, baby. If Alexa Bliss and Julia Hart had a love child, it'd be the referee, Vicky.
On display for the world to see. Oh, great counter, shoulders down. Sinclair could steal this.
Oh, a half second away. Great job by the official. Back in comes Sinclair. Oh, man. Sit down style.
I feel like she might be the cutest referee we've ever had. Wait, what?
Is it?
Hold on, I gotta see a replay of that. What happened? I was so distracted.
Izzy Dame has just punched her ticket to stand and deliver.
All right, I'm gonna need a replay because I felt like it came out of nowhere.
6-woman ladder match to crown the next North American champion.
4 women are now in. 2 spots remain. Who will walk out of Stand and Deliver as the women's North American
All right, so Ruca's in, Zaria's in, Kalani's in, Izzy's in, and you still got 2 more spots. So I'm assuming this will be fit. Those will be filled next week. Oh yeah, we saw this clip. This one drops this week, right? I want to see Stephanie do Rhea's entrance.
I got it in the Rhea Ripley colors and everything.
That is so cool. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I would love to wear this and attempt to do your entrance.
Only if you want to.
Yeah, no, I will give it a shot. That is for sure.
Not many people get the opportunity to accompany Rhea Ripley on stage. How could I say no? And if I'm doing it, I'm going all in.
70s Places is a 10-episode ESPN original series following WWE.
Yeah, I want to
icon
see that. I want to
Stephanie
see
McMahon.
Stephanie
She's
doing
one of the
Rhea's
Classics of America
entrance.
That helped shape the
That'll be
journeys of
fun
some of the
to
most
see.
famous names in WWE history.
Oh yeah, they didn't even show the They didn't even show the replay. I got so distracted by Stephanie's Places
featuring
that I didn't even see the replay of. They didn't show the replay. Oh man, I feel I should have rewinded.
Please tell us it's the last chance qualifying match.
But I seriously thought they were going to show us a replay.
And for that match, I will be representing Fatal Influence. Did we already go over this?
Okay, all right, listen.
Louise says, Izzy let go of Ren and Ren didn't kick out.
Well, you better figure something out because
You know what? I'm going to rewind. Hold on. I'm going to rewind and then I will go back to the live. 1 second.
Duplex by Ren Sinclair.
Hold on. I need to see that ending. No, wait. Okay, go back. Press play. Okay, let me see this finish.
By the official, back in comes Sinclair. Oh!
Okay, she powerbombed her. Okay.
And Izzy Dame.
Oh, I see what happened here. So what happened was, it seems like Izzy didn't wait for the referee to count the 3, and she let go at 2 and was already celebrating her victory. That's what it seems like. It seems like she got ahead of herself. Because look, there's the 1, there's the 2. She lets go and she starts celebrating. And then the ref hits the 3. And then that was it. She started. So she just started celebrating too soon. She started celebrating at 2. She was like, yeah.
Just punched her ticket to Stand and Deliver.
All right. Oh, shit. I'm kind of glad I rewinded that. All right. Let me see where we're at now.
Listen, there isn't going to be a last chance qualifier this year, okay?
Okay. Back to the women's segment.
Well, you better figure something out because the Prodigy deserves to be on Stand and Deliver.
Have a good day, infamous DJ1.
Former NXT Women's Champion in this game.
All right, listen. You know what? Now that I'm looking around, I actually have an idea for Stand and Deliver. Oh, I can figure something out.
What is it? Details.
It better not be a tag match because I don't even have a tag partner.
Oh, so maybe that's where Cora comes in?
Well, we just saw and heard from Ava, but from the desk of our general manager, a week from Saturday, this
yes,
match
they
is
just
official.
announced the Fatal
It will be a
4-way.
4-way for the NXT Women's Championship. Who will stand and deliver?
Oh, yeah, I forgot
on
Julia was there. I'm all
WrestleMania
this
Saturday. And speaking of which, the NXT Championship match will be a triple threat in Las Vegas.
All right, let me catch up. I'm in the live feed now. All right, I'm on the live feed. Cool. All right, with that being said, we got 2 minutes until the show comes back. So here we go. Let's play some Hangman and kill some time. All right. All right, here we go, guys. Throw out some letters. All right, we got Raphael Smith with an F. All right. No F. No F. Carlton sends in an R. Oh, good job. We got 3 R's. Brandon sends in an N. 1 N. Juan sends in a T. 3 T's. Big G sends in an F. 2 S's. Corey sends in a C. No C. Tiger Claw sends in an H. All right. 1 H. Let me see. We got Johnny T here who sends in a G. All right, there you go. There you go. Let's see. Christopher Marino sends in an O. Okay, 1 O. We got Carlton with a V. No V. And Cooley Coker sends in an A. And you got 2 A's. Ryan and Arthur send in an E. Come on, you guys got it. You guys got it. You guys got it. Corey sends in a W. Come on. I'm waiting to see who types it out first. Ben Fossey sends in a P. Almost there. Hey, yo, Carlton Lineback. He's the first one I see typing it out. Eat, sleep, breathe, pro wrestling. Arthur, eat, sleep, breathe, pro wrestling. Brandon, eat, sleep, breathe, pro wrestling. Nate Smith, Big G, Corey MacArthur, Ender Buckley, Ryan Solero, Super Fro, Raphael Smith, All Things Entertainment, Tiger Claw Gaming, Big Time Baxter, I am Cooley Coker. What is up? Eat, sleep, breathe, pro wrestling. Let me finish it out. There it is. Yay! The happy little man. All right, and let's get back to NXT since it is back. All right, and whoops. Okay, audio on. All right, here we go.
Dude, our confidence is off the charts. I mean, we're doing pretty good right here. Hanging in there.
Not like that.
Hey, Mr. Chase.
What do you mean, not like that? You're just moving a bit too fast.
Oh, what should we do instead then?
Trust
Yeah,
me.
I agree. Carlton says,
You do
good
not
round.
know
Good round, everybody. Good round. Good game.
Whoa,
GG.
whoa, please help.
Okay.
Dang it, bro, man. I don't know, Hank. I don't know if we're close or if we're far off, but it's pissing me off, man. I don't know. Is this even worth it anymore, man? Nah, don't go doing all that.
Y'all have better.
Elvis, the Street Profits.
Look, we get it. It's going to be ups, they're going to be downs, and the downs, they can be rough.
But you know what? We've been watching y'all for the past 2 weeks because we watched the product. But you guys are trying to be tag teams that you're not.
Not even close.
That you're not.
No.
Now take it from 2 guys that's been through their fair share of identity crises in their careers. Just lean on each other and stick to being who you are.
Be who you are.
Be Hank and Tank. And you'll be rewarded.
Shoot, y'all might even be rewarded for it next week. We talked to Ava. There's a tag team gauntlet match, and the winner of that faces Axiom for the NXT tag team titles and stand and deliver.
Wait, what?
It's time to lock in. It's time to lock in. Lock in. Lock in.
Okay, number one contenders fatal. Oh, that's what the other match. Yeah.
The winner
But we all know Ethan Page is winning, right?
American champion Ricky Saints at Stand and Deliver. I'm fired
And
up.
if it's not Ethan Page, then I'll go with Wes Lee.
I'm more fired up because our Women's North American Championship ladder match qualifiers continue next week. 4 spots been solidified, 2 spots remain. Who heads to Stand and Deliver? We're going to find out next week on NXT.
You just heard Montez and Angelo break the news.
All right, so number one contenders tag team gauntlet.
How will Hank and Tank fare? It will not be an easy night at the office. It all goes down next Tuesday, right here on NXT.
All right, sounds good.
Well, we still got
Sounds
a lot
fine.
of action here tonight because it's main event time.
Yeah, sorry, Arcade Shuttleworth. No Hardy Boys for the gauntlet. No, unfortunately. Ryan's like, Hank and Tank don't deserve to be in that match. I think they might win.
And you have to.
Damn. Oh, they didn't even let Young OG finish his entrance.
That's right. Say what?
JB from GA says, okay, Denise, give us your live take on this Hank and Tank segment right now. A lot of screaming. A lot of screaming. That's all I've got for you. A lot of screaming. All I heard was, stand and deliver.
The following contest
Me when I go to the gym.
tag team match scheduled for fall.
That's how I walk into the gym.
Rick Williams and the NXT champion.
Oh shit.
Femi.
Trick spoke up earlier and said, we all need to focus. We all need to work as one. It's our main event. 6-man tag team match next.
All right, we're on a commercial break. Let's do this. Here we go. I got another one for you guys for some. Oh wait. Let me think. This one kind of sucks, but we'll do it anyways because that's what I was thinking of. So, all right, here we go. Share screen, custom hangman. All right, and let's see who can get this one. Throw out some letters. Chris Chaos says, Hank and Tank make me think of Otis and his old tag team partner from NXT. We got, let's see what else we got. All right, Carlton C sends in a C. Let's go. We'll get the party started. Oh, crap, no C. All right. Hate you, Nate Smith. He knew exactly where my brain was going. Guys, Nate Smith already. Wait, you saw me write it? When did you see me? Was I showing it on the screen? Did I accidentally show it on the screen? When did you see me write it? Or did you see me write it when the New Day, when freaking Street Profits were out there? All right, let me do, okay, what was we want the smoke? Let me, do, all right, hold on. Oh man, I forgot how to spell. Oh yeah, we want the smoke, K-E, which one did I miss? O-M-H. All right. All right, let me do another one. Hold on. That was funny. All right, let me do another one. Wait. Crap. Let me think. I don't know what to do. Panicking. I can't think of anything. Hold on. Hold on, I'm thinking. Brain fart. Oh my gosh, I can't think of anything. Hold on. Hold on, I'm thinking. Someone says think Triple H. All right, hold on. I need my brain to hold on, let me get some inspiration or something. Okay, okay, I got one. All right, here we go. There you go. Let's go. Woo! Panicked. Send in some letters. All right, I'll just wait here. All right, Carlton linebacker kicks us off with an H. All right, no H. Big G sends in an N. All right, we got one N. Tanisha sends in a T. One T. Ben Fossey sends in an H. H. Oh, I already did H. Never mind. Superfro sends in an A. A. Luis Arturo sends in an L. L. Johnny T sends in a D. Okay, we got that one. Carlton sends in a C. Raphael Smith sends in an E. Let's see. JB from GA sends in a Q. No Q. Tanisha sends in an I. Carlton sends in an F. I was waiting for you guys to get this one. I think at that point it was pretty much solved. The answer we were looking for, everybody, is because Stone Cold said so. There you go. Let me pull that up. There you go. Celebrate good times. Come on. All right. Nate got that. Brandon Rosen got that. Carlton Lineback got that. Ian Cooley, Arthur E. Andrews, Big G, Austin Wright, Raphael Smith, Maggie, JB, and we are back on NXT. Let me get the screen up. That was so funny. Get out. Okay. And we're good. All right, we're good. Oh, that's right. This is the first time I'm seeing the Darkstate entrance.
There's 4 members of Darkstate. Which 3 are going to compete in this matchup? I feel real bad for Adrian Butler, our official. I haven't even heard a bell yet. This match hasn't even officially started. Oba said he's ready. There's the bell, and it looks like it's going to be Dion Lennox.
We've seen
Sugars and Cutler
in the past coming out of the gate strong, overwhelming all 3 members of the Stand and Deliver main event. Oba Femi being beaten down right now.
Oh, Lennox, the short.
I love these Oba. It's going to kill you, Chan.
Former linebacker at Oregon State. Played in the NFL, tagged in Cutler, and it's time to look at tonight's NXT recap presented by Progressive.
And you see Saquon Sugars. That's the wild card of Darkstate for me. You can see it in Saquon's eyes. The guy, he's got a lot going on behind him, but nobody knows what's going on but him.
And we're witnessing the NXT champion just getting decimated at this juncture until now, and finally maybe Oba Femi a little fired up, a little angry, but he looks a little dazed and a little confused as he made it tag. Trick Williams is
Nate
in,
Smith
and now
says,
Trick
guys,
is
test
wild.
my hangman.
Sugars,
If anyone can figure it out, help out Nate there.
Trick kick out. Sugars rolling right through in an air ball.
It's so funny.
Oh, he caught. Countered. That's that education. And look at the transition and then just ripping Trick Williams down.
Man, I'm going to tell you right now, this Darkstate got something going on right now, taking the fight right to Trick Williams, Oba Femi, and Javon Evans.
Oh, I agree with you, Book. Oh, man. Big jumping net breaker. And look, we head to Vegas for Stand and Deliver a week from Saturday. But Darkstate, they are 4 of a kind. They are 4 men with one mission: to create havoc. And look at Sugars holding on. Cutler just running over Williams into the cover and another near fall.
Think of what it would do for the confidence and whatever the mission is of Darkstate to emerge victorious tonight. To say they came in and defeated the 3 men headlining Stand and Deliver simultaneously. Tonight, for Javon, for Oba, for Trick, this is about survival. They better figure out a way how to work together.
Darkstate didn't like the pecking order. They didn't like the protocol. They're 4 men on a mission, and I don't mean Mabel and Mo. It's Cutler with a big slam and now continuing to try to take out Trick Williams. Cutler loves to break wills, loves to break spirits. From Duke University making the count in the tag, and in comes Sugars.
Like the wherewithal. Sugars, who just got launched into the sky by Trick Williams. Trick needs to make a tag. What are you doing, Trick?
Well, Trick said earlier that The team needs to focus. They need to work his one into the cover off of the suplex. And
that is the exact opposite of what we just saw from Trick Williams.
That's bravado, Trick. I'm going to get this thing done. I'm going to do it all by myself. I don't like that attitude right there.
Well, some may be saying right now, a main event matchup, the caliber of the triple threat. How do they team together, partnering before WrestleMania weekend?
Yeah, they're in the
Not
can they
uncommon.
coexist?
Shawn Michaels, John Cena were actually tag team champions before their WrestleMania 23.
Oh, Ryan won Nate's
These are three guys
Hangman.
just not on the same page right
Good
now.
one.
Looking for the exact same thing. I don't
Booker,
like
how
that.
do you prepare for the unknown then?
You can't prepare for it.
And Graves, to that point, I mean, how much strategy could these three have talked about before this matchup? Would they even want to talk to each other?
Well, listen, the professional in them should have figured out some sort of idea, just at least a loose outline as to how to coexist, how to work together. Because Darkstate, we know very little about them, but what we do know is they are a cohesive unit. They are a team, and they have destroyed everything they've come in contact with.
Did you just hear and see Javon Evans? He was screaming at Trick, what are you doing? Make a tag, and finally a tag was made. And Javon coming in a big right to Dion.
I think we're getting on the same page.
Whoa!
I like it. I like it a lot.
And you got to give credit to Javon Evans. He knew Darkstate would be a problem. He tried to speak up, and he's coming in right now, a house of fire, not just to beat down Darkstate, but also to prove he's ready for Stand and Deliver and the NXT Championship.
Awesome leg sweep takedown by Evans, double stomp.
And look at Cutler right in, ready to pounce from behind.
Talking about the X Factor. This is the X Factor right here. Cutler is a guy. Look at him. He's mean. He's got a lot of beef on him.
Still a lot of beef on him.
Might not have any teeth left in his mouth. And Javon Evans getting bouncy here tonight.
Wow. Down goes Saquon. Drop kick takes down Dion.
Drop kick take down Saquon. Cutler back in. And there comes Trick and Oba.
I like Saquon. I feel like Saquon right now is my favorite from the Darkstate. Well, he's been the one that's wrestled the most in the match, so that's probably why.
Championship match at Stand and Deliver.
No, Vic, I think these three may explode. And look at the size of Osiris.
Hey, Brendan, nice to see you here in the chat. How are you? I'm doing good. Doing good today. Jay Growl says, does Tony D and his family interfere in this match? Damn. We'll have like 50 bodies out there. We're going on a commercial break, but they should be playing this match. Yep, they are. Oh, that was a cool spot. I wish they would have kept that on the regular broadcast. They all four guys just like hit a big boot on Darkstate.
Yeah, but think about Darkstate's motivation. Again, we aren't exactly certain what they're trying to accomplish other than making names for themselves, destroying everyone that gets in their way.
Alrighty. We got Jakeem. What's up, Jakeem? Thanks so much for tuning in. We also got Zeno Hour. Brandon says he's doing good.
Different than the Rogue Renegades of the past.
Well, only the future will tell.
I have a question for everybody. Do you guys feel like this episode met the anticipation you were expecting, considering that it's the second to last episode of NXT till we get to Stand and Deliver?
Do you go up in smoke because you fumbled the ball?
Well, that's a very good point. And right now it seems
I like it was I felt like there was some good stuff, but
but here's the man you said, Graves. Worries.
I don't know. I think there's some fireworks that I'm hoping for before the wrap of the show. I want to see some like, I don't know, just something more, something really noteworthy. I would hope for. I feel like the most noteworthy thing was Giulia's return at the top and them making the fatal four-way. Like that was the biggest thing of the show. And so I'm kind of hoping that this match, when it ends, that we do have some, I don't know, something a little noteworthy there. We got, let's see, we got Nate Smith who says, I've liked this show. Brandon says it's been average. Oh, happy early birthday to Jakime08 says my birthday is tomorrow. Oh, yeah. I hope you have a nice day. Hopefully you don't have to work or go to school or do anything, like that. So hopefully you can take the day off and enjoy yourself, get some birthday cake, all of that. Hope you have a good one,
Get
Jakeem.
back to a vertical base. Luckily for the moment now, swinging wildly, trying to escape the clutches.
Let's see. Raphael Smith also says good show. Ben Fossey says 6 out of 10. Brendan says, yeah, I mean it's a good show, but it's been just above average. Yeah, I kind of want just a little bit of more sparks happening here. But I think next week should be like the bigger one. It's the go home show.
It's stand and deliver.
Ryan Solario says NXT is usually my favorite wrestling show of the week. There's been several weeks where I've chosen NXT as my favorite show of the week. There's been some good ones.
Tag team matchup, and look at Javon.
Cross body, shoulders down.
R3 Andrew says NXT is a very good show.
Who is going to stand tall?
We got Fergus here who says, with the women's title being Julia, Jada, Stephanie, and Jordynne at Stand and Deliver, make that 2 PLEs in a row with the NXT Women's Championship. Make that, oh, and it has been defended in a fatal 4-way. When was the last one? I'm blinking. Before, what was before Roadblock? It was Vengeance Day. Wasn't it Vengeance Day? NXT Vengeance Day? Was that? No, it was that. Oh, it's on. Like putting the wrong year. I don't remember that one. Hold on 1 second. I just need a refresher because it's all the same thing to me at this point.
Since its beginning, Cutler just dropping Javon.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that match. Julia, Bailey, Roxanne, and Cora.
Operating as one.
Oh shit, I'd forgotten about that match. I couldn't remember which one you were talking about. But yeah, you bring up a good point. If you don't count Roadblock and you only count the PLEs, the last 2 have been fatal 4-way matches. You're right. Thank you so much to Fergus for bringing that up. Fergus,
another kick out.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Back to that intimidation factor, guys. These guys are.
We got Tanisha Hicks who says that was wait, hold on. Tanisha Hicks says that was my favorite part of the show. Also, Denise the beginning with Julia returning and the fatal 4-way. Yeah, same. Exactly the same. Arcade Shuttleworth says, I don't know, sometimes watching wrestling is a matter of mindset. Sometimes I can enjoy it more than other times. Interesting.
Sliding up immediately into a headlock on Evans.
As we mentioned, the short fused of the 4. Former collegiate linebacker.
We got Big Time Baxter who says, Denise, this NXT really put a spotlight on all the acts they don't put any effort, character development in. Tank and Tank, Culling, Briggs, Inamura, Ice Cold.
Beat those around them up.
I was about to say, it's NXT Stand and Deliver season. I get it. You want to put up some other people, but then again, like, everybody that's a big deal on the show was on the show. For the most part. The only one was Cora Jade. We haven't seen anything from her.
And Javon Evans.
Double up.
Wow.
Double up.
It's about getting the world to pay attention, getting the WWE Universe to know your name. That's what Darkstate is accomplishing right before our very eyes.
And back in comes Saquon. And everyone right now.
Do me.
Universe, you almost feel that the air has been taken out of the performance center with what Darkstate has done in this match, shooting the half into another cover and another kick out. That right shoulder.
Brandon says, I mean, overall, NXT has been better than NXT 2.0 era. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
They know what's on the line here in this matchup.
I got a feeling that Oba and Trick are just as baffled as the fans here in the Performance Center are, because let's be honest, guys, this isn't supposed to unfold this way. These 4 guys who are all relatively unknown, they were Performance Center athletes, very little experience, should not be dominating the roster the way they have recently.
Can't disagree with you, Corey.
I can tell you this right here. Oba, Femi, and Trick, when you talk about that look in their eyes, that's a look of worry and concern.
Ryan Solario says we don't talk about 2.0.
So much taken out. Evans couldn't quite get over to his corner. But at first you don't succeed. You try again, but Dion made the tag. He's a legal superstar. And they have cut the ring in half. Has Darkstate. And Javon, on an desperation, shifts the weight to create separation.
Will it be enough? Can Evans get to his corner and make the tag?
So close, so close. Getting back up in Sakuri, rocking Dion. This is that moment. Got to make that tag.
Get in there, Javon. Oh, Javon. Oba Femi. I mean, Oba Femi's a champ, so you got to make him look good.
The ruler has been unleashed.
Ooh, that was good, big boot.
The NXT champion now has been waiting.
Oh, dude, he landed nasty. He landed right on that right leg.
remembers that beatdown at Vengeance Day. He remembers being dropped by these four. And
Oh, Jesus. He's using him like a rag doll.
That was on purpose and inadvertent. Lennox coming in. He got caught. Fall from grace.
Oh, no. Trick is gonna... They're gonna end up like DQing themselves or causing themselves to get like a screw. They're gonna get screwed, I feel. I don't want to see them. Now they're just fighting each other, Oba and Trick.
It was Trick who said they all needed to work as one and focus on this.
Maybe Javon will win the match for them. Frog Flash. He even went over himself. Nope, it's a 2 count. I want to see Darkstate defeat, and I get it, it's their first match, so they probably will. But I don't see Darkstate defeat the guys who are going to be like, oh man, I know what they're going to do. Javon being outnumbered, yeah. They're about to kill poor little Javon.
And Sugars into the cover, and the emotions couldn't be held in.
There you go, and they get the win.
Pays the price.
Here are your winners, Darkstate.
And despite early in the match being the glue that held his team together, Javon Evans winds up as the sacrificial lamb at the altar of Darkstate.
NXT Universe standing and in absolute shock.
Here we see right out of the gate before the opening bell, Darkstate hit the ring, 4-on-3 advantage. And the chaos continued. Here we see Saquon Sugars being launched into Trick Williams. Curious about the intent of the closing moments. Sugars
I need to see that in spelling.
himself off the rope, putting Javon down the hard way, and picking up a massive W for Darkstate.
Oh, there's the D'Angelo family, as many were expecting.
Hey, Darkstate. Darkstate, up here. On behalf of the D'Angelo family, you want to cause chaos? Fine. How about next week in the parking lot?
Oh, we're going to have a parking lot brawl?
You're going to learn that messing with the D'Angelo family has severe consequences.
Parking lot brawl?
Well, the underboss with a business decision.
Or am I jumping ahead of myself?
In the road to WrestleMania weekend and stand and deliver.
Alrighty. Well, there you have it. Oh, that's taking forever. Okay. There you have it. That was NXT for today. We still got our review show. It'll probably won't be that long considering there's only so much to get into, but we'll go ahead and break it all down as soon as Chinedu gets in here. But before we get into that, everyone, I do got to go ahead and give a shout out over to our sponsors, Blue Chew, BlueChew.com. Make sure you guys just use that promo code Denise. Are you having technical difficulties in bed? Are you tired of being counted out, tapping out, or simply jobbing out? Get out of developmental and get drafted to the best sex you ever had with today's podcast sponsor, Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets. These erection-enhancing tablets help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer-lasting erections for sexual activities. And Blue Chew is putting its money where its mouth is and offering you a month free. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to your door. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The best part, it's all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Remember, hard times breed better men. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. Link in the description box below. I don't know where Chinedu is. He's not here yet, guys. Usually he's on by now. So I don't know where Chin is at. I don't know. Maybe he was at the NXT parking lot and they took him. Legitimately don't know where he's at. So in the meantime, guys, send in some thoughts and comments so that I can stall some time until Chinedu gets in here because I know, yeah, exactly, Clown. He's probably changing some diapers. I bet you that's exactly what he's gonna say, that he was changing diapers. I'm not really sure where he's at, so let's give him at least a few more minutes until I send him a text message and be like, yo, where are you at, man? So we'll go ahead and just stall for some time. I guess in the meantime, you know what? How about this? In the meantime, I'll do one more round of Hangman, and I think by then Chinedu should be in here. Who knows? Maybe we won't even finish it. All right, let's do this. Here we go. This is random for those who are coming in for the post show, but we're stalling for Chin. So send in some letters, and then we'll get the party started. The King of Strong Style says Chin might be in the parking lot. I don't think you forgot. I can't imagine that Chinedu would forget the post show. All right. Let's see. Ryan Salarga sends us an A. Cool. All right. Oh, wait, there's no A. Arthur sends an E. An E. We got, a bunch of E's, actually. A bunch of E's. Brandon sends in an L. We got the L. We got Ian Cooley Coker who sends in an S. All right. That's in. We got Ryan here. Oh, he sends in an E. We already had the E. All right, I'll wait for some more letters in the meantime. All right, Ben Fossey sends in a T. There you go. Joshua Bones sends in an S. Oh, we already have S. All right. Oh, Brian sends in an I. Okay. There you go. Hey, yo. Louis says, I like to buy a vowel. All right. Pierre sends in a G. All right. No G. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm going to text Chinedu. Where are you at? Let me see. Where is... Oh, he's right here. Okay, perfect. Let me finish out this. Chin, you were late. I just texted you.
I am very sorry, guys. I was running late. I was having internet issues over here at my house. Had to.
Oh, no worries. No worries.
Hold on.
All right, I'm going to finish out this Hangman, and then we'll get started since I started it. All right, we got Joshua in here with an M. Chinedu, pick a letter.
O.
Oh, okay. All right, we got some O's. We got, let's see who else here. Jeroy J sends in a D. If you solve it, feel free to shout it out. Let's see. No, Brandon doesn't have it. That's not the one. Let's see. I'm waiting for some more people to send in some letters.
Oh, I think I got it. Can I solve it?
Yeah. What do you solve?
BlueChew.com, promo code Denise.
Yes! BlueChew.com, promo code Denise. Okay.
Yes.
All right, let me do the finish it out for everybody. There it is. We're happy people now. All right, let me go ahead and take this off the screen and we can finally start our post show. All right. See what you did, Chinedu? We had to finish the whole thing. Imagine I would have been like, all right, Chinedu's here. That's it. You guys will never know what the Hangman says.
That would be all I would think about leaving this podcast. What was the thing? I would think about that all night. I would.
What was she going to solve? All right, let's go ahead and do this, everybody. Here we go. Hey there, everyone. Welcome to Speak Now Pro Wrestling. It's your girl, Denise Salcedo, joined by Chinedu Ogo. It is Tuesday, April 8th, and we are chatting NXT. Well, this was the second to last NXT until we finally get to Stand and Deliver. Chin, how'd you feel about the show, and how are you?
I'm doing great. I really enjoyed tonight's show. It again, when it has my favorite characters on it, well, not characters, my favorite wrestlers on there, it's always a great show for me, and I enjoyed it from start to finish. Even the low points, I enjoyed. It was great.
All right. So since you mentioned the starts, we got to get into that because truthfully, that was the best part, in my opinion, of this whole freaking show was the several minutes that we got to see Jada Parker versus Jordynne Grace. Hella chemistry, Chinedu. Chemistry. So much chemistry between those two girls. Way more than any I had anticipated. How'd you feel about the matchup? And then we'll get into the aftermath.
I love the matchup. I believe we talked about how it would end last week. I believe we were both pretty much similar to on the money, how this would end. Chaotic finish would lead to all them being in the match, which we're, of course, I'm fine with though. But like you said, great chemistry. I'm a big Jada Parker fan. I saw someone in the comments put in there that I'm kind of in my feelings about Jada Parker. I'm very, passionate about Jada Parker. My feelings, I want her to win, whatever. But it's not that. She truly is a top talent, and even if she doesn't win, she's exactly where she should be in the main event picture. Even if she doesn't win, it's where she belongs at in the upper echelon right now. Those who had a hoss fight, I mean, they was hitting each other like they for real did not like each other. And I've always said Jada Parker is good at escalating a blood feud, getting things situated, getting things heated, and getting tempers flared up without a title even being involved. And I just thought it was a great match. I do not want anybody doing any more like ring dives. I just wanted to stop for a good little while because between Jey Uso and what I saw with Jordynne Grace tonight, I was concerned. All right, because that dive hit a little short. I don't want nobody getting hurt. That's my thing. Like,
it
we're
just
already
happens
in.
sometimes, Chinedu. Like, it's a dangerous sport. You can get hurt in some of the most. You can be running out there to the ring and you can get hurt. I mean, all these things can happen. I just think it's like Jordynne Grace is a pro. I feel like, yeah, it was one of those moments where I did panic too, seeing her like foot get tangled into the ropes and whatnot. But I'm like, I can't imagine stopping doing dives or anything like that. I just think, you know what, sometimes just shit happens and, it is what it is, right? But I loved this match. And the thing that you said that really stood out to me was you called it like a hot fight, right? We've said it. It's like hot sets right here. They were so aggressive with each other, Chin. I loved that. There were so many moments that I thoroughly enjoyed. Like at one moment, Jordynne had Jada locked in and into a submission, and Jada just starts using her knees to kick Jordynne. I feel like after this match, I became a bigger fan of Jada Parker coming out of it. Because going into it, Chin, I kept saying my dream match, and this is still my dream match, is between Stephanie and Jordynne. But I was thinking that's the match that I want to see. I'd be okay if they did a triple threat, right? But this is the match that I want to see. This is the match I'm invested in. After Jada's performance with Jordynne, she made me think, Dan, you know what? I actually do want to see her in this matchup, man. She might actually add something, instead of add something to the match instead of taking away from the two people that I was really looking forward to seeing it mesh into the ring. So I feel like coming off of this performance, I became a bigger Jada Parker fan. And so that was a hit for me. Then we had the whole element of, all right, Stephanie Vaquer is going to pick an opponent. It's either going to be Jordynne or it's going to be Jada. And like you said, we pretty much predicted, hey, it's going to be a triple threat match. But what we didn't mention last week was that, because we didn't know it was going to happen, Giulia made a return today, not even a month. All right. Roadblock was on the 11th. That's what it was. March 11th. Today is April 8th. Not even a month, and she is back. And so she goes out there, and I knew it, Chinedu. She went out there and she attacked Stephanie Vaquer. Prior to that Roadblock match, Giulia was giving me sick heel vibes, and her going out there and attacking Stephanie Vaquer when Stephanie had this big ass smile on her face, like seeing Giulia, and for her to attack her like that, I loved that. I think that's exactly what Giulia needed. And so Stephanie, of course, being the champion that she is, she tells Ava, I want them all. And so now we're going to get ourselves a fatal four-way. How do you feel about it?
I loved it. I loved it a lot. Again, when Giulia came back, I was just like, and the announcer was like, oh my goodness, it's Giulia. We haven't seen her. And I was like, in 3 days. What are you talking about? We just saw her. Like, it's like, it ain't been that long since he's been gone. Like, she's already back. And I was a bit confused because if she wasn't going to be gone that long, why strip her of the title? I mean, this really wasn't that. like Brock and Roman have been gone longer than they have, and they held on to those belts to me though. But that heel turn made it all better to me. All like just like in football, if you throw an interception, but then you throw 2 touchdowns and win the game, all is forgiven. Okay. No, some of that stuff didn't really make sense, which is, but heel Julia is what we need. Okay. We have enough baby faces, I feel. I want her as a villain, as a dick. Okay, because that was a dick move. She came out there, act like he was a friend, fought off the baddies and things like that, but then turn around and knocked you out. I loved it. I loved it, and I love the attitude because once again, what NXT does, what I love about it, about the entire brand, it's all about the gold. That's what everyone's driven by. It will make you either driven, more focused, or even crazy. And in this case, it made Julia back. It's not about friendships. It's about that title. I want my title back. And I love that. That's what it should be about. Ain't no friends here. I love it. This was great.
So I know it's not officially a prediction show because we still got one more week of NXT until we get to Stand and Deliver. But where are you at right now, Chinedu? Do you smell or sense a title change incoming, or do you not? I'm just going to be flat out. I do not sense a title change coming. I do think Stephanie will retain. I think it'll be a phenomenal match, but I think Stephanie will retain.
I'm in the same boat. I don't see a title change here. Again, we just put the belt on Stephanie after already having it off of Julia. Though we're not gonna hot shot the title. I feel that's not a direction that they should go in. Keep this belt on her for at least a couple more months. I want to have a healthy reign with the belt because again, it's a prestigious title, and especially coming off of Roxanne's reign, you don't want this to seem like it can just be easily like gained and lost, whatever. You don't want to do that to the title though. So I see her retaining. Although I see some amazing near falls. I see Jada Parker having a great near fall where she gets up and just like I see that happening for her. The whole crowd is like, "Oh my God, I thought that was it." But I do see Stephanie retaining.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling. So I do hope that they plant a little bit of seed of a doubt in us next week. I want to doubt myself going into it. Let's see what they'll do. But we got a couple of super chats here. We got Sheldon Jackson. Thank you so much to Sheldon. He says, HBK, please come to the front of the congregation. And I'd like to say this to you. Eddie Thorpe ain't Gabe Kidd on the mic, in the ring, or charismatic wise, and never will be. Stop that shit with him ASAP. Hey, I didn't say this. Sheldon Jackson said it. All right.
Yeah. I will. Hey, Sheldon. First of all, Sheldon. I call you Sheldon because you're my guy, man. Sheldon, I want to thank you for that super chat. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Thank you for the super chat. That's all I will say. Because when I tell you, I was watching. I was just like, "What is this?" I was like, "Give me this." No, give me this.
I was. And you will get to that in a moment, but okay, so you know what? Let me just get to it now because that's just the natural progression. All right, so Ricky Saints, as we all know, last week won the NXT North American Championship. All right, then he was attacked by Ethan Page. He was announced today that he was going to go out there and that he was going to, speak, whatever. Right. So everybody was expecting him to go out there and cut a promo and shit talk Ethan Page for what he did, for ruining his moment. He said a couple of words, and I felt so stupid too because even during my watch along, I had told everybody like, "Oh yeah, like Ricky Saints is such a good promo. I can't wait to see what he's going to have to say about Ethan Page." Right. And then none of that happened. He said like a couple of things, and then out of nowhere, we get Lexus King, who we weren't expecting. And I'm thinking, all right, it's not what I was expecting, but I don't hate it. Let me see what we get here, right? And then Eddie Thorpe came out, and I'm thinking, why? Why is Eddie Thorpe included in this, right? I felt so bad, but I was like, why? And then finally, Wes Lee goes out there, and I thought, okay, I'm still waiting for Ethan Page, but out of those three options right there, Wes Lee to me would have been the best for a match with Ricky Saints because that they would go and they would have a fun sprint there. But anyways, Ethan Page eventually attacks Ricky Saints from behind, and they end up setting up a fatal 4-way #1 contendership match. So next week it'll be Ethan Page versus Lexis King versus Wes Lee versus Eddie Thorpe, and the winner of that will go on to face Ricky Saints at Stand and Deliver. And I mean, we already know what the outcome's going to be, unless they want to surprise us. And if they want to surprise us and not go with Ethan Page, then okay, fine, I'll take Wes Lee. But no, it's going to be Ethan Page. Thank you so much,
Again,
Sheldon.
Yeah, 100%, Denise, right there. That's on the money.
I mean, do you feel like do you feel like they just didn't want to say? I think it would have been so much better if Ricky Saints went out there and said, hey, you know what? You ruined my moment. I have worked so hard to get here, to have this happen, and you come out here, you attacked me. Well, I'm going to show you what kind of champion I am. You want to get your hands on me. I am more than man enough. I am more than confident enough to put my title on the line against you, Ethan Page. You do not scare me. You do not whatever, right? And then we could have just gotten to that. I get it. They want to have that extra match, but I think that it would have felt more meaningful, more concrete if they would have told more of a personal story between them, because it's already personal now that Ethan Page attacked him and ruined his moment. They didn't need to do the fatal 4-way.
I definitely agree. I felt like I can understand what they were doing. You know, you want to show that there are a lot of contenders, a lot of players that are vying for the North American Championship. I understand that completely. However, right now you have a better story and just establishing this rivalry between Ricky Saints and Ethan Page. I feel that's just the better outcome. The other guys could have had perhaps maybe backstage vignettes, you know, showing them in the ring, you know, really good video packages saying, hey, don't forget about me. I want that title too. I want the title. Something like that would have been very, very great. A good 60-minute, 75-second package with all of them in it, showing, hey, whoever comes out on top, we're waiting in the wing and we're watching. That'd have been great. That'd have been perfect.
I'm with you. All right, we got Heidi Ho here who says, someone tell Jordynne that suicide dive shouldn't be taken literally. I did have like a moment there where I was breathing funky because I was like, literally, that was my reaction. But again, that's my reaction anytime I see anything go wrong, because you obviously don't want to see anyone get hurt.
Absolutely. And of course, it's nothing to take away from Jordynne. I know she can do these moves with her eyes closed, back and forth. She's a pro. But my concern is always as the business side, and with Jey Uso as well. You guys are the top talent. You guys have big shows coming up. I don't want you guys getting hurt. I don't want you guys getting injured. And I don't want you guys missing them paydays, though, because I know I don't know the all insides and all whatever, but I know Wrestlemania, these are big paydays. So I don't want y'all missing the big money, getting hurt behind, TV matches. Big money matches on the way. This is my I feel.
We got Ben Fossey. Thank you, Heidi Ho. We got Ben Fossey who says, I hope Cora Jade is in the ladder match. The ladder match, if she's not, I will kick off. So there was a tease backstage between all of the girl tag teams, and it seems like they're going to be setting up a tag team matchup, and Roxanne doesn't have a partner. So I'm wondering if that's where Cora Jade is coming into play. I don't really know. What's going on?
Well, weird because last I remember, they were kind of at odds. Didn't Roxanne swing that bat at? Yeah, they swung. No, or did Cora swing the bat at Roxanne? They were at odds though, so I don't see that. I'll be weird if they just came back together. Hey, we're friends again. You know how they did DIY on the main roster all the meeting years ago. So you guys are a tag team now. Oh, weren't you guys? Oh, well, okay, all right. We'll see.
Yeah, literally. So, I just don't know, but I feel like a lot of Cora's fans are starting to get a little impatient, being like, hey, where is she? What is she going to do? What's going on? And I don't really know. Because I'm still trying to pick up the pieces of the last time we saw her.
I think wasn't the last time was when she had that injury in the ring. We haven't seen her since, and she said she was fine, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It was that match with Jordynne. Was that the last time she was on TV, though?
I think so, because I remember she tweeted out, "Hey guys, I'm fine," but I don't think we've seen her on TV since.
Yeah, you might be onto something there. All right, well, We'll I'm pretty sure the chat will fill us in and remind us here in a second. But yeah, man, I want to see Cora. I want to see what's going on with her. I wonder if she's going to end up being a tag team partner with Roxanne. Perhaps not. We'll see. We got Steven Marchuli here who says Giulia as a heel. Let's go. I agree. I think that's the way to go about it. Okay, so thank you to Christopher Marino. She's been doing TNA stuff. Cora Jade. She's been doing stuff over on TNA. I keep forgetting.
Cool, good.
To me, the
Me too.
NXT collaboration only happens when I'm watching NXT.
It's the same way. And the thing is, and I know the announcers, they try to give nuggets about what's going on with them on the other promotion. Like they mentioned failed influences, going after the TNA women's tag titles, but we don't care. People don't care.
Unless
really.
they show us clips. If they show us clips,
Yeah.
then great. But they don't.
Yeah,
so if I'm not watching, it's like, oh, sure, cool. It's like if you're promoting Evolve. All right, if I'm not watching it, then I don't really know what's going on. I can't explain it.
Like they don't even tell you where to watch it at. Like it's like
they ain't gonna promote TNA that much, Chin. But yeah, to me, it only exists when I'm seeing it on my screen. Oh man, that's so sad. All right, we got David Primero here who says prediction for the qualified match for the women's ladder will be Cora Jade versus Carmen P and Lola Vice versus Nikita. Cora and Lola will win. What do you think? Dang, all of these teams feel a little bit thrown together for me. So I feel like I can't really have a favorite right now. That's how I feel. I don't have a favorite team going into this. It's just everyone's thrown together. If you would have had Zarya and Soul, I would have been like, hey, Zarya and Soul, I'm going with them because I've seen them more as a team on NXT. Everybody else, we haven't really seen team up so much.
I agree.
Thank
no
you
one's
so
really
much.
has storylines.
Thank you, David. We got Steven Marchuli who says, who's behind a Darkstate? I'm starting to think that's it. Like there is no person behind them. Because remember when we thought it was Trick Williams, then someone thought it was Channing Stacks Lorenzo. Maybe it still might be Channing Stacks Lorenzo.
I'm gonna go out on a bold prediction, and I know it sounds crazy. What if it's Javon Evans?
After they
He's
beat him
upset.
up right now?
I mean, Bully Ray did it with aces and eights to kind of throw everybody off. But because Javon's frustration is nobody listens to me. Nobody respects me. Everybody keeps sunning me. I'm going to show y'all. I'm looking because he keeps saying these things like, you know what? This could be him trying to I don't know. I'm hoping I'm wrong because Javon Evans is much better face than babyface.
Based off of the options, Javon Evans, Trick Williams out already, I think. And who was the other one that we had thrown out there? I had just said his name. It was Trick,
Stacks.
Javon, Channing Stacks. He had said, what did he say? Oh, yeah, that we'll see you in the NXT parking lot next week. And I'm like, what are we doing? NXT parking lot brawl? Who's getting kidnapped? What's going on? I'm not really sure what that means. So what if it's a situation where it's like, hey, we'll see you out there. And all of a sudden he sides with them. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it could.
Because clearly their big focus is going to be the Tony D and the family.
I would say so, but I feel like there's somebody that's running it though. I don't feel like it's just them. Something about it just doesn't feel like it's just them.
See, I'd be okay with it if it was just them. That's it. I'm cool. I'm cool with that. I don't know if I necessarily need the leader. I think I'm good. All right,
man,
I don't know.
Who? The leader is Andre Chase, guys. That's who it is. I figured it out.
Get out of here. Stop it, Chin. If they did that, Chin, I'm done. I'm so done.
Yes.
I'm done. Actually, no, I'm not really done. I don't know that I would love it, though.
That would be terrible.
You know what? No, you know what? I take it back. No, you know what, Chinedu? Now that I processed it for a second, I take it back. And you want to know why? I didn't like Andre Chase and Chase U because it was too dorky. It was too cheesy for me. That's why I wasn't a fan. If we see a serious version of Andre Chase, I would be sold on that. I think if we saw more of a serious portrayal, then I would be digging it.
An angry Andre Chase.
Yes.
Would you-
Yes.
I
I
mean,
like angry
that's
people, Chin.
yeah, I can tell. I can tell. Listen, y'all. Listen. Denise does like angry people, man. Angry is her language, y'all. What do y'all think? Do y'all think angry Andre Chase would work?
Angry Andre Chase could work. Gets a buzz cut. Gets a buzz cut. Gets a black t-shirt. Black little
Gets
tank
real
top
upset,
or
man.
something. What do you call this
Leather
for
jacket
guys?
and
Yes.
tank. Get a
You know
microphone.
what, leather
I'm
jacket.
so sick of this shit. Yeah, that'd be good. Listen, Andre Chase, man. Listen, I am working on getting Denise to like you, man. She hates Chase you, y'all. She's decided on record.
But Chase U's
Hates that
dead
shit.
already.
Okay.
So what do I care?
Yeah.
It's out. It's
Yeah.
out. It's gone. I don't gotta
Yeah,
worry
man.
about it no more.
When it got buried, y'all, Denise hit me up. She sent me like the meme of Bobby Shmurda doing a dance like this. I was like, Denise, come on, don't do that man like that, man. Just
I did not give a damn. Everybody I remember that day in the chat was like, I was so sad about Chase U. And I was like, hey, everybody, party. I was having the best time. So savage. Thank you, Steven. He also says Ricky versus Paige seems a given. The king should be next. Sure, I wouldn't mind that. I would not mind that at all, Steven. Thank you. We got Bob Ross Jr. who says, after what happened yesterday in the Raw post show, Unk Chin, is that greater than Santi? What did I miss? Oh, yes, that's right. Bob Ross Jr. got fired for watching a 51-minute video of Santi's over in the dressing room. And that's what led to that. So that's why. That was what we were talking about.
That was you. Hey man, hey, first of all, I'm very, very sorry about you losing job. But first of all, Santi's reaction was, well, I mean, hey, listen, be sure you subscribe to the channel, appreciate it. All right, moving on. I was like,
thank you, Bob.
Shout out to Bob, man. We love you, bro.
We got Patrick Moore who says, Ruca steals my soul with every match. So freaking athletic. Den and Chen, even more athletic on the mic. Patrick Moore, I'm also a really big fan of Ruca. And I was very, very thrilled today when she defeated Jasmine Nix to qualify for the ladder match that we're going to be seeing at Stand and Deliver. And man, I was all here for this. I got to tell you, I liked what we saw from this. This was the most that I recall seeing from Jasmine Nix too. I thought she was very flexible. Everybody put over her bridge that she did during her match. I thought that was probably the best part of the actual matchup. But I think we all knew that it was Ruca's to win. She has been at the top of her game for a while. Of course, she was out due to injury, came back, and she's been trying to get some of that same momentum back since before her injury. So I was rooting for Ruca. I want to see Ruca win. I would be thrilled if she won the actual matchup, man. I thought she was my first pick the first time we went around and did the inaugural NXT North American Championship. So we finally got to Ruca holding that belt. Ooh, I'd be so on board for that.
I wouldn't hate it either. And again, for Miss Nix, she very good showing for her. We hardly ever really see her really get a chance to shine that way. Very impressive showing. I love what I saw. Again, but like you said, Ruca is the favorite. That's why I want to win. To be honest, as much as I love her and Zarya being friends, all that, I want Ruca as a solo star. I want her to be her own thing because they both have two distinct looks. Not saying they can't be cool, but they don't need to be a tag team. There's so many other women on the roster that could be a tag team. These two are distinct singles people. Matter of fact, I'm upset that we even have Zarya talking right now. No disrespect to Zarya. She has a very pleasant voice. I'm not saying she doesn't. But at this point, Zarya should have still been destroying women in like 2-on-1 matches or like just going out there, not saying a word and like knocking these chicks out. That's where to me, like, because she seems so nice
all
now.
Thought they were going to do.
Yes. Now I feel like she's still great in the ring, of course, but not taking that away from her though. But I feel like the kind of scary edge we saw when she first debuted, it's worn off a bit.
Yeah, it has.
I don't view her as like a top level threat anymore the way I did when she first debuted.
It softened her a lot. And that's the thing. Yeah. When they were doing her vignettes and all of that, we were thinking, ooh, female scary Brock Lesnar, right? Like those kind of vibes. And then all of a sudden she's hanging out with the surfer happy girl. What?
Yeah,
what?
Yes. Chilling, having girl talk with the most pleasant voice I've ever heard. Like literally the most pleasant voice. Like what? You supposed to talk. You don't remember that lady that I smoked 18 menthols a day for 38 years and I got this hole in my neck. I'm thinking she's supposed to sound like that. Okay. She comes in sound like a pleasant. I was like, you sound so nice. You sound like the pleasant lady you have. We call it a disputed bill, but like you still upset though, but she calms you down. It's gonna be okay, baby. She gives you like tips on how to like fix the bill like that. And it's not a bad thing. It's a pleasant voice. He's supposed to be a killer, just to me.
I 100% agree with that. That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, one hangs out at the beach and the other one hangs out at, I don't know, a fighting underground nightclub. I don't know.
Yeah.
Polar opposites. Polar opposites.
Yes.
Patrick Moore, thank you so much for the super chat. Very generous of you. We got Dom BX, Apusa26, who became a brand new member of the DWO. Dom, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. We got David Primero here who says, Andre Chase from a Chase U to a state university. Hey, I mean, that could happen.
Wow. That
That could
good,
happen.
Dave. I see what you did there. I see what you did there, David. Okay, that was good.
Ben Fossey, thank you, David. Ben Fossey says, "Did you hear about Charlotte and Tiffany Heat?" Yeah, I mean, I think it was noticeable based off of what we saw unfold on SmackDown, and obviously, as you know, the days have gone by, more reports have came out on that, and but it was very clear to anybody watching the promo that hey, something is going on. What is going on here? And it was a lot. I know, Chin, you messaged me right away and you were like, I loved it. It feels like they really hate each other. And I'm like, bro, they do.
Yes, I loved it so much. And first of all, Ben, thank you for the super chat as well. All right, but you're gonna get me in trouble, okay? I told y'all can't be bringing these. I'm gonna be talking about NXT. Y'all know y'all know I will get off topic and I'll spend 10 minutes talking about something else I shouldn't be talking about. I ain't gonna do it, and I shouldn't be doing that. But man, Ben, I agree, man. Listen, that was major heat. I love how they just went. I mean, they went full off script. I was like, there's no way that, because I watched her interview on Sherry Shepherd. I watched that was Ashley.
I want to see it. Is it on YouTube?
Was like, I believe it is. I believe it.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's where I saw that. It's on YouTube. But like to me, her talking about her life and her real life, that was Ashley Flair to me that we saw on the show. And like, I don't know what the ins and out was. But to pull that in, and I know Charlotte has a habit of making things kind of like shooting off the hip, whatever. When I tell you, if you bring up my marriages like that and we ain't cleared that, when I tell you backstage, well, we finna have it out. We really are. And again, I don't know the ins and outs though, but I know Charlotte did not look happy about that at all. But it made for great TV though, man. That was like these girls do not like each other at all. And I honestly feel like that's what they needed to. Because the feud wasn't really going the way they wanted it to go anyway. And I feel like this definitely like gave it the shot of adrenaline we need, especially with WrestleMania like 12 days away.
Yep. I hate to say it, but I mean, real life stuff sells. And I think that the fans are more interested the second they heard and noticed that, hey, there's real beef between these girls. Ooh, here we go.
Yeah.
We love the drama.
Yes.
We love the drama, and it works. And it went from being like okay, we're gonna see this match to we're gonna see this match. Like, how are they gonna coexist legitimately?
Now, Denise, my question to you is: would you be okay if Tiffany won clean, or do you think it would be better if Tiffany won? Let's say Becky Lynch came back and cost Charlotte the match. Do you think that would be something great to like kick off Charlotte with a new feud and kind of let like Tiffany kind of move on? She beat the Queen, kind of move on to another feud. What do you think?
I would prefer to see Tiffany win and see her win. As long as she won, I would prefer to see that. But I would also be okay with the other option, only because I'm a fan of both. But yeah, I think I would go with Tiffany winning. That's to me like one of the most surprising options would be if she actually did get to win. We got Sleaze Boy here who says, some scandalous news. Sleaze Boy has been trying to slide into Charlotte Flair's DMs. Also, according to Postman Pierce, Rhea is back in Judgment Day. That is true. He did say that. Has Dominic been in her DMs? Does Liv? No. Dude, I still couldn't believe when Charlotte said that. Like, oh, Ludwig's been in my DMs. That's when I knew, okay, something here is off. Because that one went a little bit that extra mile, you know? Oof.
Yeah, I felt so bad for Ludwig too. Because listen, relationships are hard, right? We know this, okay? You don't know what they were going through earlier that day. They probably got in an argument. Like Tiffany probably caught him in a lie earlier that day. All right. She's still mad about it. You never know. Okay. And then this come up like, hey, wait a minute. He backstage and catering. He next to Andrade, like, bro, what you like fuck me for? What did I do? I didn't say anything. Oh my God. And you know, everyone in the back is like, bro, Tiffany's gonna get your ass, bro. I know, dog. Oh my God. And didn't do anything. He's just in catering. Just eating. Man.
Just an uncomfortable situation to be in.
Yeah.
I think
crazy.
The real baby face in all of this is Ludwig Kaiser, because everybody in that moment was like, oh no, poor Ludwig, poor guy. Like, he didn't even see this coming.
Because look, storyline or not, I guarantee Tiffany's like, let me see your phone. Like, oh my God, why didn't even do?
I don't think so. I think that I don't know. I think just as a woman, you just know if your man was sending DMs to somebody else. You get that vibe, you know? And also, I think that Tiffany realizes why Charlotte said what she said, and that was just what it was. If anything, I'd be more pissed. Honestly, if I was Tiffany Stratton, I would be so mad if she accused my man of being in her DMs. Like, why would you say that to me? You know, like, I would be so offended by that.
I thought it'd have been better if, like, after she said 0-3 and said, woo, don't leave the ring. I wanted you to stay 10 toes down, look Charlotte in the eye, and say what you got next. I wanted that. Don't leave the ring. No. This is like one of them John Cena, Roman Reigns moments, whatever. Like, we gonna see if you can really cut on the mic, because Charlotte is them kind of, although people may not like her, what I do like about her character and what she does, if you gonna get in that ring, don't step on this court unless you a baller. I like that, okay? Because this is live TV, this is big time, this is big boy, big girl stuff. I understand she didn't have the time to develop as on the NXT roster. I get it. But for Charlotte's perspective, I get that though. Sink or swim, she had to do the same thing. So I understand her be like, I ain't finna baby step nobody. Who baby step me? So I get it. I do get it.
I do like that from Charlotte a whole lot. So I'm a Charlotte fan. I'm a Tiffany fan. This is very, this is conflicting for me. Okay, guys. I'm just like, go sports. That's how I feel right now. Sleaze Boy, thank you so much for the generous super chat. We got Uncle Donk in the building who says, why did Giulia lose to Steph if she was only away for a couple of weeks? So who is the number one contender for which bout? Man, this is so confusing. All right. So in regards to the Giulia stuff, my assumption is they probably thought that she was going to be out for a lot longer. That's the only thing I can think of. Or maybe they felt like her being away was just going to take away from their buildup to NXT Stand and Deliver. They probably didn't see a way to continue telling the story with her there still holding the bout.
I agree. I definitely think it's one of those scenarios. The injury part, that part does suck too. When you relinquish a belt or relinquish something and you find out it's not as bad as you thought it was. That's what happened to Mr. Kennedy, and he was never the same after that in WWE.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I feel bad. Here's the thing. I don't really feel too bad about them like deciding to go in a different direction and having her drop the belt to Stephanie, only because that did give us an iconic moment for Stephanie. And so I did like that. So I can't even lie. I loved that. But yeah, it wasn't even that long. I was expecting her to be gone for like 3 months.
I was expecting her to see her around SummerSlam time was what I was expecting. Like if she has to drop the belt, but again with NXT, although it is on TV, it's also still the developmental. Even though they have a developmental for developmental, they have evolved now, which is interesting. But hey, more money, man, $1 million. They make lots of money, so it doesn't matter though. But I realized to be on developmental, there's nothing wrong with hitting the reset button. It's just fine. I felt Giulia's world champion wasn't connecting as well as people wanted it to. I feel. Although she was a great champion, though, it wasn't really doing it the right way. Stephanie was getting more,
And I think they probably knew that. They probably knew that. They probably saw that it wasn't connecting as much. Stephanie was getting really over. And it's like, okay, hey, now she's injured. Oh, crap. Well, we got to do something. We have somebody here who's red hot. So we're just going to keep going. I could hear the decision making in the room, I feel, on this one. Uncle Dong, thank you so much. We also got Dom BX, Apuza 26. Don, Thank you so much for the super chat. He says, love Lola Vice. I'm seeing her very aggressive in the building. I have her winning the North American title. What's your guys' thoughts? I would love to see Lola Vice win the NXT North American Women's Championship. I think that would be super awesome. But she hasn't even qualified yet. So until then, I guess we can go ahead and talk about that more once she qualifies. Or has she qualified yet? No, she hasn't, right? No, she hasn't, right? No. Because right now it's only Zarya, Kalani Jordynne, So Ruca, and Izzy Dame, and there are 2 more spots left, so she could qualify. They haven't even announced the other 2 qualifying matches, have they? No. All right, so just making sure on all of that. And I would love to see Lola Vice be in that. I've been rooting for her. It feels like after that feud with Jada Parker has continued to soar, and they have kept Lola Vice kind of stuck in the exact same place. Like, I can't even recall the last thing Lola Vice did. And I know she did have a couple of moments, but nothing really big since the Jada Parker feud.
Yeah, a couple squash matches really though, but that's really been it.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at with that. Dom, thank you so much for the super chat. All right, with that being said, we got to continue on here. We got Swipe Right lost to Nathan Frazer and Axiom, the champions, of course. This was fun. This was my introduction to Swipe Right. I really didn't know what to expect. All I really got from this was these kids are passionate. I can see why they put them in this spot.
Absolutely. I realized we didn't even mention them last week. Oh yeah, they was on the show.
Yeah, they were on. But, they were on backstage. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about them though. But getting to like I said, you know, great young team. I truly feel like they're gonna have a good future in WWE. You know, good match. Very fun match.
We got, let me see. We had Brooks Jensen and Nico Vance defeat Hank Walker and Tank Ledger. And then afterwards, Hank and Tank had a moment with the Street Profits. And there's going to be a tag team gauntlet. And the winners of that will go on to get a title shot. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. This one wasn't really for me. I think this was probably my least favorite part of the night.
Yeah, I want Hank and Tank to win matches. Again, like I know they're still missing something to me, but I still feel like they're a money tag team. They're entertaining. They should be winning matches. They really should. I just feel like they'll be they're really good. They deserve more of a push. They shouldn't be losing these matches like this. Them interacting with the Street Profits was cool, but I thought the Profits were heels. So I don't know if it matters on NXT.
I don't think they're
because
heels ever since they won the titles. I think they're not heels anymore ever since they won the titles.
Okay, because again, I'm a big Profits fan. Those are my guys. Montez Ford for world champion is what my main thing I'm going for to me. But yeah, it was great seeing them. It just reminds you too, like how over these guys are over in NXT, man. Because I mean, the crowds went crazy for the Street Profits, man. They just loved them. And yeah, I liked it. My favorite part of this entire segment was seeing the Street Profits, unfortunately. I like them. I loved Montez and Bianca's show. They have love in WWE. I think it's awesome. That's so random. I hope it comes back for another season. Bianca is a treasure, and I hate that these people are making her a bad guy. I don't like that. I'm getting off topic again, guys. Sorry. Yeah.
I agree. I love Bianca. She's my favorite. So, with that being said, let me see. Wes Lee. Oh yeah. Wes Lee also defeated Inamura. That was a pretty fun, quick little matchup there. Good to see Wes Lee in action. And then we had Izzy Dame defeat Ren Sinclair. So that's when Izzy Dame qualified for the ladder match as well. A little bit of a messed up ending at the end of this match, though. So what it was is it looks like Izzy Dame didn't keep track of the counts, and when the referee counted 2, she let go and started celebrating her victory, but she hadn't won the match yet. And then the referee kept counting and finally got that 3. I actually kind of thought it was a little funny. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, with that being said, that was what we saw there. So yeah, any thoughts on that one?
Same. I thought it was hilarious. It was awesome. I couldn't tell if it was planned or not. I think it was, but it was again good match. Good
How
match.
would you no one would plan that? Fucking sound at 2 and then start celebrating.
Oh,
but it just kind of goes to show, though, and this is why I thought it was funny, because it goes to show how, like, in the moment you have so many thoughts going on in your head at once, right? Of all the things you have to do, all the things you have to remember, from the match to the TV side to all of it. And so maybe like in her mind, she had already heard the 3 count. And so that's why I thought it was kind of funny. because it just kind of goes
Yep.
to show there's just a lot going on in there. Alrighty, and with that being said, we got our last super chat of the day, and this is from Professor Elm13, who says, "Did Reg believe you about Swerve winning Sunday?" Absolutely not. So I messaged Reg, and I was like, "Dude, he's on vacation, Chin," and I said, "Dude, Swerve won. I couldn't believe it." And then the next day he wrote back, he's like, "I hate you." And then I said, "Did you fall for it?" And he was like, "Absolutely not." For a split second, there was a moment in him, probably for a split second.
did.
I do think he fell
He
for
did.
it. A little bit.
He did.
Professor Elm,
He
thank
did.
you so much for the super chat and for asking. Alrighty, everyone. With that being said, that is the NXT post show for today. Thank you guys so much for joining. Actually, we do have another super chat. This is from Bob Ross Jr., who says, "What if Julia is the leader of the Darkstate because she wears dark gear in her last match in Roadblock?" I don't hate that. We've seen NXT add girls to pretty much every single like group and tag team. If they did add Julia to that, that would be badass. It would be badass to see her leading a team of dudes, but I don't know. I feel like it's too out there for them to actually do it.
I mean, it would definitely be different. It would be something we wouldn't see coming. And for me, like, that's what I'm really about when it comes to my wrestling shows. Hit me with storylines that leave me like the first season of Heroes. Amazing writing. That amazing television. That's so random. Amazing television. Give me something like that. I'm hooked.
Thank you so much, Bob Ross. All righty, guys. So tomorrow I'll be back on with Righteous Reg to talk some AEW Dynamite. I'll be on Thursday night to do WrestleMania trivia. And then Friday I'll be here for a SmackDown, and then nothing Saturday and Sunday. So that's pretty much the schedule for this week. Also, next week I will be back doing another NXT watch along since it's the go home show into Stand and Deliver. All right. But with that being said, Chin, tell the people where they can find you and support your work.
Well, they can find me everywhere at Chinedu Ogo. You can also catch me currently on my tour right now, the Houston Improv Show. Tickets are selling very fast. You guys are the very best. I love you guys so much. Those are my dates. The Woodlands will be added for June, and Lake Jackson's already been added as well. Go to my website and check those tickets out right now. Tickets are selling very fast everywhere. If you come to my show for the Houston show, a lucky winner at my Houston show is going to win free Whataburger for a year, courtesy of Whataburger. And 3 lucky winners are going to win Bluebell ice cream for a year, courtesy of Bluebell ice cream. It's going to be amazing. You don't want to miss it. Tickets are available at ChineduOgo.com. All right. Besides that, check out the videos on Denise's channel. Watch Smash, Marry, Kill. Okay. That was a funny one. That was awesome. That was the content Denise is making out here is top notch, phenomenal. Okay. You go check those out. Check out the blind ranking wrestling at WrestleMania matches she did, whatever. It's amazing. Lots of good reviews on here. Check out the evolution of John Cena from hero to heel. Now, as I watched it, I could tell that video took a lot of work to make. I can tell. All right. Behind the scenes of this content creation game is crazy. Okay. So be sure to go to that video, support it, like it, share it, drop comments on everything. Okay. The main thing you guys can do for this channel right now, hit that like button, hit that heart button, and go to our Instagram right now and share those clips of NXT tonight to your IG stories. You do those things that don't cost any money. You go a long way. All right. Don't be a dick. Give it a click.
All right. That's a wrap, everyone. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye, everyone.